Hi, welcome to Maze Arcana and Fury's Reach on the Dungeons & Dragons Network. I am your Dungeon Master, Ruty Rutenberg. I am here with Mylin, Ivan, Brooke, the Dodger, and Sig.
I think it's just Dodger.
What a crisis of identity.
Who is she indeed? Find out after the intro. Hi, welcome back. We've got a dirt-to-dur to my right.
Why do you have a fidget spinner? What happened?
No.
Hey, Fidgy.
Why? I hate you.
So much happened during that intro that I was not aware of.
You'd rather I not have something to keep idle hands busy? I see.
Anything but those. No! Oh, I hate them so much.
Wait. Let's do an isolation version. Ready?
What?
So it's going this way.
What? What?
It's not spinning fast. It's not. You have to do it slower. There we go.
What?
Nope.
That doesn't work. Supposed to be happening.
I feel like you're trying to do the
So
contact juggling with the fidget spinner.
Yeah, when you do the isolations, hey guys, don't pay attention.
I haven't spent too much time in isolation.
That was a good one.
You're welcome. And now we will let him out of his cage for a couple of minutes so that he can play some Dungeons and Dragons with us. Who wants to recap last week?
We fought some cultists.
We did.
There were some people that had their insides carved out and
Filled with goo.
filled with goo, and then it looked like they were trying to hatch like baby red grungs in the goo, which is weird. There was little children tadpole grungs that they, I think, like aged and are sucking the life out of to power this pulse thing that the cultists are feeding the energy off of.
Most importantly, the pulse of Cholt is currently inside a grung that is currently in our possession at the moment. Yeah. Slung over our shoulder as barely my sweet, sweet sister almost had her life taken away from her.
Yeah, that was scurry.
That was
Take it a little
rough.
That was a rough situation.
And all it took a drive-by potion dunking to get you up and moving again.
I liked imagining what that looked like. Just like, here!
Just splash it on your face.
Yeah, I feel so much better.
Really good.
But most importantly, we probably have a bunch of angry cultists behind us while we carry a poor creature who has the pulse of Cholt inside of it at the moment. And I have a feeling that we weren't the only ones looking for it. Bum bum bum!
Mylin, did you have any more to add to that?
Dodger kicked someone off the ledge, a cultist, into the volcano. No.
It was pretty awesome. You totally Spartaned it.
We all rolled a few ones.
I spent
Few.
the whole
Last
battle
game,
like,
so
just
there were
dropping
ups and
my
downs.
weapon and then just being frozen.
You
That's about all I did.
were numb
Yeah.
for a good bit.
Don't also forget, Reef also Indiana Jones occultist hand and pulled him.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was also very
Styled
fun.
into the volcano.
Yeah, got to do some fun stuff aside from almost dying last game.
Rachel, our historian, was going through and doing the episode stuff, not from last week, but the week before, with the attacks.
Yeah.
And she typically does a refresh on like what the rolls were, how much damage was done by the party. And so she was saying, she's like, oh, I had to go back like 2 or 3 times and get this one part. And then I realized that it was that her attacks were against a trap in the
Oh, when I just kept whipping the
that you
same
kept
trap
whipping the
over
same
and
trap
over.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Really
Good stuff.
funny. All right.
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
We were inside a live active volcano.
Right.
That is also a temple that was.
Oh yeah, it was a
temple to
volcano.
someone.
I actually
Yeah,
forgot about
volcano.
that.
Yeah. That was a temple to someone, but then the people wanted to make it a temple to the snake god and bring the Evernight.
Oh, and I convinced.
I
the
like
high-
Evernight. We'll call it that.
I convinced the high priest that the same snake god was
Oh, yeah.
unhappy with him.
For
Yeah.
like a minute.
For
and
like a
then-
hot minute.
Yeah.
And it's the hot
For like a
minute.
hot minute.
Hey man,
Still a victory.
And then it was like,
every round
I don't-
counted in that
I don't
combat.
understand.
Every round did count in that
why are we
combat.
so close to the trees?
Doesn't matter, man. I'll take it. Oop how. Hoop how provides.
Yo.
I thought Holly was going to yell that in the game, the Acquisitions Inc. game,
Yeah.
at one point. It sounded like she was going to do it.
I was very happy. She got a whole comic dedicated to her.
Aww.
Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, on Penny Arcade. They had a whole comic of like Gabe and Tycho like pulling behind the curtain. They're like, oh, these costumes are really good. What are we gonna do?
It was though, right?
Oh, she's flying around on a broomstick right now. We shouldn't even go out there. it was a good comic.
It's awesome.
I did it terrible justice. Cheers.
Holly's great.
as one says.
Well,
Yeah.
Commander Holly. May she rest.
Ooh.
That's okay. That
Yeah.
needed to go anyway.
Yeah, me and you both. Like,
Screw that thing.
hard to skip the beat.
Yo, we've got so much dope foliage going on
Oh yeah.
in front of us today.
There's so much dope
So
foliage.
stoked.
Rudy, can I open this?
The little kid inside Ivan is not Phoenix, but is trying to get
It
out
says age 14 and up. I'm at least 14.
Yeah.
some days.
Mylan's just doing it anyway. What is this?
So we just wanted to quickly point out that the raffle today is for an entire brick. That's right, an entire brick of these. The awesome thing about the brick is you rarely get duplicates, and they typically seem to have some order to them. Get off my...
Just showing it up.
They typically have some order to them, so you don't get a whole lot of residual, like repeat
Duplicates?
minis. I believe inside this pack you're looking at like 32 miniatures of medium or larger size.
Pretty sweet.
Well, small, I guess they're small creatures, but
Can I read the back of this blister pack?
sure.
Yay! Go forth into a world ravaged by dragons and plagued by undead with this motley crew of wandering adventurers. For use with the Dungeons & Dragons fantasy role-playing game Starter Set, the Dwarf Cleric, Human Ranger, Halfling Rogue, Elf Wizard, Northlands Fighter, and Elf Druid represent some of the most iconic character classes and races from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. These high-quality figurines bring an exciting new depth to your D&D adventures. Also included is a high-quality paper map of your party's campsite in order to aid your dungeon master in crafting your quest. With this set of heroes, you and your friends can explore, quest, and battle in epic realms of wonder. That was satisfying, thank you. What'd you get, Mylin?
I got a good.
So to demonstrate, a Gorillion. So in order to demonstrate what you may find in your brick O-minis, go ahead, Sig. You've been so patient.
Wait,
The most animalistic of us all, and you're the one that's waiting.
I don't want to hurt him.
Pop him out from the back.
Yeah, you just push that.
He's from WizKids, and WizKids make pretty sturdy
They
minis.
do.
Yeah.
These are awesome.
Yeah,
Every time.
chillin' can get.
Good job,
messed up.
Justin.
Oh, these are all
You're
like
the
jungle
best.
ones.
There we go.
Yeah, so
Cool.
these
'cause
are
it's
all
Cholty.
for Tomb of Annihilation for Chol.
Yeah.
Is this
We-
And hand me the little papers in it as well.
So
So
we'll
this is
do
what we
some
gave away
leverage.
last night for Satine's game. You've got the Tomes and Traps set. It's a premium set. They were special edition for as an incentive for the people who or the local gaming stores that buy them in bulk.
Nice. Oh, we should have that last
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, did we get the?
Chianti.
Oh, nice.
We should have had this for last week.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Is this
2
Chianti?
weeks ago.
Aw, beautiful.
Close.
It's like a
What a pretty lady.
multi-armed Yanti.
Yeah. On the bottom it says what they are,
Oh.
by the way.
Oh, it's Merilith.
Oh,
So-
I'm sorry. It's not a 1T. It's a marrow.
Nice. So it would have sufficed.
It would totally sufficed.
So this is what Satine gave away last night to one of our lucky room people. We'll probably do the brick giveaway around break time.
Damn it.
Oh, they're all so cute.
So we will give you the information for that when the time comes.
I got one of those too. It's so cute.
We should have given this. One
got
of
a
us
veggie
needs to
pygmy?
give this to Holly, or at least make
Is
sure
it?
Holly
What did
gets
you-
one.
A velociraptor.
Ubtao.
Oh, I got a little veggie pig.
I will forever have an opinion on Ubtao just based off Holly.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Was this one of the little guys that we met on the first
With
ones?
their little
Or-
pygmy chief, it says.
What do you got?
Yay.
Pygmy chief?
Look at all of our new friends.
Okay, cool.
Vega Pygmy.
Yeah, I got one of
Veggie
those
pygmy.
too.
Vega Pygmy. This is a chief, though.
Oh, you got a
Guasha?
chief? I just got a guy.
A guy.
Does that represent you because you're just a little foot soldier grungy grung?
I guess so.
This is our sig.
Oh, sweet. That's a good grung. Ribbit.
I think he's officially a bullywog, but I
Are
don't
there grung
I don't
in
believe
this
there are
set?
any grung in
Oh,
these.
bummer.
Zorbo. Zorbo the Magnificent.
Zorbo.
Zorbo.
His name is Zorbo. God damn it, WizKids. Stop being so good at making minis.
Did you
Give
see?
someone else a chance.
There's a lobster.
Oh, cool.
One of the lobster men.
Crab.
Big
And here's the tabaxi.
Aw.
Oh, that one's
is
cool.
Tabaxi.
Nice.
Aldani.
Yeah, Aldani.
That's hot.
Can you put them on there so people can see?
Aldani.
Go to the full-size minicam.
Good.
You don't have to move it at all.
Turny. Don't go anywhere with him, though.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
If there's any water, you can put the marrow there.
Oh, we got, yeah.
It's a pretty dope mini, though.
They're all dope.
Yo, she cute.
Dope with a capital D.
She cute. She cute.
Keys for
Is
the
this
game.
a
Some Oscar
Cool.
Musume shit.
When
Zoo
to go?
monster.
Zoo monster.
Bink. Bink, bink.
Gorillion.
Can we deserve?
More pygmy. Excuse me.
Foliage.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That's what we were looking for.
What's happening over there? What are you doing?
I'm going back to like.
It's like an army of minis.
Ah.
Did you ever get? Did you ever?
see all those that we walked by on the way in? Bags and bags that Chris Lindsay gave us.
Oh, it was really?
I cannot wait. Like Christmas is gonna be. We're probably gonna do like an organizing, just a stream of just sitting there
Organizing
organizing
minis.
all of the minis.
Oh, I would watch that.
Chris,
I would watch that stream.
my business partner and I, between our collection of D&D minis, because we used to host these like unboxing events. So back in college, we had like a 12-person D&D group, and it got be so unruly that what people would do is we would just say, okay, for this session, we're gonna unbox these minis and we're just gonna fight everything that's in this box.
Oh my god.
And it's what it came to. And so people would just start bringing boxes and boxes and boxes just because they wanted to fight them with their characters.
Right.
And so at some point we amassed a crazy collection
Oh, and you would get to keep them?
because we kept them all.
Nice.
Yeah. So we just kept because I went to school in Orange County, so it's like all the rich Orange
Yeah,
County
the rich kids, yeah.
just like throwing down
I
money.
feel like
for
you're on
minis.
autopilot.
I am on
You're gonna
autopilot.
have to take all of those off of there.
Right? I'm like, why is this happening?
Whoopsies! You too can be on autopilot like me. So we're gonna give away that big brick, and then we're also probably going to do, I believe that we can do this with Moobot, is do the first raffle for the first winner, and then pick some others in sequential order after that.
I think you can. Yeah, I think you can pick multiple
Winners.
rafflers from
Yep.
the same collection
Cool.
raffle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
and we have a because we have some anybody that plays Neverwinter, we have some interesting codes here.
You can
To
also
get
have
you
it where,
what?
like,
Not tonight.
The wrong thing is what you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
you can have it where, like, people can choose to be in the raffle. Like, they just have to, like, type a certain word, like the word lucky, and everyone that's typed the word lucky gets to be in the raffle.
That's how we've got everybody doing the exclamation point raffle.
Except
for the moment.
keyword should be poke poke.
Poke poke.
The poke poke.
We'll work on these things for future things,
Yes.
but not for today. So you guys seen all the things. They are now going behind the DM screen and can kill anybody at any moment.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So anything else that you guys can recall from last week?
As we were heading in to save the Babby Grung, we heard lots of fighting, so there might be lots of dudes coming behind us.
Dudes.
Just a little
There was
disconcerting.
that one person that was seemed to may or may not be alive. That was a pirate chained up
Right.
on the wall.
We blew up, not really, but like, we blew up a snake person.
Like blew up.
Yeah, we blew them up
Set 'em on fire.
on their phones.
Oh, yeah,
We sent them lots of text messages and they
Their
got really sick of
notifications were
it.
deep.
And then they caught fire and died. So
couldn't handle it.
that happened. So look, we're making all the right enemies, I think,
Yep.
personally.
Because the Yuan-Ti are clearly the like if the cultists are here, Yuan-Ti's got to be on a different level of like favor of the snake gods because they're actual snakes. You know, that whole thing.
I have a sack of baby grung eggs that we really gotta find somewhere to put.
We gotta
Just need
give
to
them
find
water.
right?
Yeah.
And you know,
And just be like,
it's
I
not
think we have
like
to be
we're in a
warm.
Well, at least you got them huddled, you know, with
Yeah.
your body heat. You snuggle them a little bit. Snuggle them.
I don't think that's how amphibians work.
You don't snuggle
They're gonna imprint on you. This is gonna turn into such a good story.
I like how this character is like, I don't think I want that, but Tavris would be like,
My army!
I have an army of little grung.
I will raise them to do my bidding. Find treasure.
Basically, loots, fat loots.
Wouldn't that be amazing if Tabrish just had like a little grung army that she was sending about to like find her treasure in the world?
Oh my god, that happened in a werewolf game I ran. They had little scavenger spirits that they just sent along.
Eventually, all my animals will be that well trained. I'm getting
Yeah.
a horse soon.
It's aspirations and goals in D&D. I'm getting a horse soon. It's gonna be a horse.
It's gonna be horse.
In our Sunday game where we play in Ebron, all I do is collect boys and horses.
That's pretty much what that's turned into.
And
it's
kill.
kind of like
No,
boats
to
and
be
hose.
fair,
Adjacent, maybe.
What is it?
It's kind of like boats and hose. It's
What's
adjacent.
Boats and
Boats and hose.
Yeah.
What is boats and hose?
We're boat and hoe adjacent here.
It's ultimate
One
goal.
is a vehicle, and one is.
Is that like a thing? Is that a saying?
What? Boats and hose?
Oh man. I'm
We'll look that up later. Not now, but we'll look that up later.
Mylan's getting an education later.
All right, so it's been 30 minutes of you guys hanging out waiting for us to say satchel and get started playing
There's
some
just
D&D.
one person who's just drinking.
It's not one. It's
No, it's just one person.
Satchel?
Who's just drinking their satchel drink.
There's I bet you they just went crazy in chat for it.
They went, yeah.
No, they already did.
Good.
I'm sure.
Good.
You want me to look it up?
Satchel chat.
No, it's
Satchel
fine.
chat.
As long as the appropriate amount of satchels are distributed among all the satchel individuals. I'm not going to be responsible for alcohol poisoning.
Is this a drinking game?
Yeah.
Satchel, satchel, satchel,
Don't kill him.
satchel.
Don't kill
Oh,
him. Drinking games don't imply death.
sorry. I just really wanted to
Yeah.
up the ante a little bit.
Last side note, while he's doing whatever he's doing on his computer, I got a copy of Drunk Quest in today, the new expansion.
Yo, I have that and the expansion.
It's the Porcelain Gods edition.
It's so good.
It's so good. You don't even know.
It's basic-
You don't even know.
Well,
it's amazing. Go ahead.
It's great.
Porcelain Gods edition.
Yeah. So it's the new expansion. So Drunk Quest is legitimately a tarot-sized card game in which you go around and either add drinks or deny drinks to one poor person as it goes around the table. You defeat the monsters based on how many drinks you have. And it is a Drunk Quest.
The cards are huge
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense
Yes.
because they
Right.
expect you to be so drunk you can't read
now.
the card
Yeah,
anymore.
okay, that makes
Yeah.
That's
sense.
pretty funny.
With
Yeah.
big numbers on them.
With big old
colorful
numbers, drink this
cards.
many times. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played it at Kingdom Con, San Diego. They have whole
did?
tournaments of Drunk Quest.
Oh my
Where
god,
you
I
win.
would lose. I play that game on half drinks because otherwise I'll die.
Yeah.
You get they give away pewter mugs as like giant beer steins. Pewter mugs as like if you win it. It's so much fun.
That's rad.
Anyway, more on that later.
That thing's broken.
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
And yours needs to be propped up too, but we'll work on that at another later.
Okay.
Later time. Okay. Popping up. I'm ready to go now that D&D Beyond is popped up.
Great. Let us do the thing.
Oh, I can think about Howard
Beyond.
boats and hoes.
Tell me a story, Rudy.
Okay, Ivan. Once upon a time, there was a group running away from a large temple. With a baby grung slung over his shoulder. Who's holding the baby grung?
You, yeah?
Oh yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got this grung wildling, a nice red, small grung, tossed over, who's recently had his chest ripped open and his heart replaced
Yes.
by a glowing rock. And you all are sprinting out of this chamber with a lava pit that some of you have just kicked off other people from. Very good. Keep it running. Yes, yeah, there we go. All right. We're all just gonna
You
run
have to
from.
run. You're telling the story, Rudy.
Oh, okay. So, our runners here are on their way out of this large cavern that is an active volcano, so it seems. And Ivan switches shoulders, rubbing the red grung across his face and hair, making a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
I get rewarded for role playing. I rolled a 4, so do as you will.
Do you have any food close at hand?
I do.
I'm a neurotic man when it comes to my food, so yes, I would have some comfort food, some soft cheese.
Soft cheese.
Yes.
Okay, well, one hand is now cramming soft cheese into your mouth. As you run, you guys notice.
What are you doing?
Why are you eating cheese? That doesn't seem important right now.
You guys are rushing up the flight of stairs to the main entryway that you had come in. The stairs are going up, up, up. Every now and then you hit a landing, and then more stairs, and you can hear a kind of cacophony of armor and weapons and fighting in the adjacent areas around you, coming from down from each hall. And then, as we discussed before, this temple inside the volcano was built to resemble a little bit of a maze, some sort of a tribute to Ubtao. You reach the top of the stairs and a wall.
Ubtao loves mazes.
That's his deal.
Yes, mazes. So it's a wall. Is it a T-section?
It is a T-section.
Good. Reef, we did this just a little bit ago. We mapped it out. Do you still have that?
We did?
We did! We figured this out because... Oh, God. Okay. Well, it's not not a lot of time. We made a whole turnabout in this direction because we basically followed the right. Because you're an archaeologist. You know this stuff. This is your jam.
You mapped it out. I didn't map it out.
Oh, I did write it down. Oh shit, I did write it down.
Johan, I looked at the map. I remember where to go, right? Because if I see a map, it's like steel trap. This one.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
What's it say?
It says steel trap.
I
this
can
one.
find it.
This
It's-
one.
Period.
I got an excellent memory for maps and geography. I can always recall the general layout. You know.
You generally remember that this is. Well, actually, you know what? Give me a history check.
Okay.
I will let this play a little bit.
16.
16.
Plus something. History, you said?
Yeah.
19.
All right. So you generally remember that this is built like a maze, and that taking the left way when you hit most of these, would lead you back towards the underground that you came from. And you do recall that if you were looking at the map and where you came from being south, the exit seemed to be somewhere to the west. Mm-hmm. That is just by the way this map would accrue if the bottom where you started was where it was.
Mm-hmm. So we would.
The stairs would be somewhere in between those.
Mm-hmm.
So to the right.
So we would go to the right, right? Because I'm me as a human is confused by this.
Yes, to the
My
right.
character, it would make sense, correct? Yeah. Okay. We should go right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because the left did take us to the where.
Okay, you
we
lead.
were.
You lead. You lead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good job, Lepan. Are you sure? Does he know where he's
As
going?
we're running, I'm going to also reload my crossbow.
Okay, you've got your crossbow. You're reloading the bolt. Ivan, make me another saving throw. Con.
Peter bow, I mean.
9? Okay. So you for the duration until you beat this con save, you will just constantly be shoving food in your mouth, and you will not be able to communicate in any way that is really audible.
This is really awkward. We really need to leave. I don't know why you keep eating.
John, just give me the ground.
No, you're leading. You gotta lead. You gotta
I can lead with the ground.
What?
Can you lead with the
tiny
ground?
It's a baby.
Okay.
You're holding it like it's actually like
A
grung
child?
size, like it's actually Phoenix. This is a little
It's like
bit.
a little baby
Oh,
tadpole.
like-
Yeah, you like swaddling clothes. You could
Okay.
kind of like.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's like probably like this big.
I make him like a little sling with
That's the size of a
with my
ground.
sash.
I'm going to-
Well,
Okay.
a full grung would be like
I'm going to cradle the head for neck support.
3.5, 2.5 to
So
3.5
Lepad
feet.
now
That was
is
only
holding
2.5,
baby
like
Grung
2 to
and
3
is
feet.
leading us.
Yeah, sure.
Just
But
to
a tadpole's
establish.
gonna be like.
Right.
Right.
And now
Okay.
I don't have to keep
Like a doll.
taking food.
I'm
poison.
sorry. What?
Great.
There you go.
Okay. So we're
Okay.
we're
I'm gonna
moving.
make a little sling.
He's holding
that-
baby
yeah,
and leading us.
with the sash. So
I have two
hands.
I think it's. I mean, like, I doubt you can really do that, or we're gonna start making some like vomit checks here soon. But like, you could just have the food and be like trying to chew through it the whole time. Yeah.
Right.
We'll make it like it's a semi-stale biscuit at this point.
This is weird.
I don't want to give you diarrhea from so much cheese. Dehydration would not suit you so well in an area that is going to.
It's probably stinky cheese now at this point because it's gotten
We
so
have to
hot
go.
from the.
You're gonna make another con save based on just the cheese. All right, so you guys are rushing on your way out.
Absolutely. Anyway.
You head up to the wall. You take the right.
And no 20.
You head up to the wall. You take the right. You start to move along that corridor. It begins to curve back inside, just like the exterior of the rounded map. You've come to another dead end, but this one leads you back down. You take a right. You take another right, and then down some stairs. Then your next left as you're trying to navigate around the outer ring here. As you come to the next intersection, on some of the walls, you can see flickering from the torchlight and a little bit of shadow, and you can see a couple of men coming up behind you, or not behind you, but in the front area. There seem to be rushing towards the inside.
So they're not rushing at us.
No, they don't see you yet. Basically, like if you're looking
Can
at it
we
like
hide?
this, you guys are right here. This part is coming right here, and you can see the shadows of men coming this way.
I'm gonna lean back against
there
the wall
shadow
and
for
hide
us to
and
hide
try
in?
and let them
Yeah.
go. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
The-
Yeah. And I'll also hide behind one of the columns. But in the meantime, on the way out, if they're coming this way visually, can see this. They're coming towards us, right?
No, they're coming at adjacent
T
to a
section.
T.
Yeah, so they're going across here, and we're here. So if like I lean back into like the shadow of the hall, like here's the door. They're gonna go that way. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
go past us.
Imagine
There's-
that we're in an alleyway and they're on the main street.
Right, and there's
Got it.
torchlight, so it's somewhat bright light. You guys are gonna have to be a little bit creative. There's not like a bunch of statues in here. This is mainly just an open stone
Got it.
hallway.
So we'll make this easy. As a cantrip, I will cast a minor illusion, and I'll put in front of us, blocking our path. I will make the illusion of one of the cultists, because I've seen them before, so I know what they're dressed, what they look like.
So all of you are going to get in a line, and you're going to make the illusion of a cultist standing there.
Well, even better, I'm going to all get in a line, and then at the entryway, the T section, like right where the entryway
It's
of it.
about probably 15 feet across.
Well, this seems like we're the cultist prisoners.
Easy. Well,
Do you
What?
tell us you're gonna do this? Okay, then I guess I wouldn't.
Make a con save.
I guess I would just go along with it.
We trust the Chohan wielder.
A 2? You were still just cramming food in your mouth as you try and sign to them, like figure out what's going on.
How many torches are there, and how close are they to us?
You have enough torch. There's enough torchlight for you guys to be in dim light whenever you're within about 30 or 40 feet of the torches. They're about every 40 to 50 feet on opposite sides of the wall. So there will be some dim light in kind of a zigzag, like a serpentine nature.
And how many of them are in our corridor?
none are in our corridor.
Oh,
How many of the men are in your corridor?
No, there's no
across.
torches in our corridor?
There
We can
are
just-
torches in your
We can just see
corridor.
dancing. We can just see kind of like dancing lights as they're coming across the T
Okay,
section.
because I'm asking, is it like theoretically possible to snuff the torches? Like,
Yeah.
are we close enough to them? Or
I don't think you're gonna have time for
Okay,
that.
that's
So,
what I was wondering.
Just
Okay.
But if you want to hop around and start trying to do that, you're gonna have to climb up to where the torches are.
Yeah.
And
no,
try and-
Okay, never mind.
So I will put the illusion of a cultist standing in the doorway, blocking essentially sight from us, or at least blocking as much as a person. Because how wide? You said alleyway.
It's about a 15 feet. She said alley. It's about a 15-foot across, and this is the stairs coming down. The area that you would be coming down into, like that T intersection, is a 10-foot wide. A 10-foot wide. The circular parts that go around the outside, like the.
Okay, so for example, could I, in that case, if I have line of sight to it, since I'm looking down the hallway, could I put the illusion on the other side of the hallway so that it's essentially adjacent from us, or on the other side of us, so that in theory, I could have that illusion call, quickly, this way, then went down that way, and it would look towards them away from us to keep
see.
running down the aisle.
How do you intend to make the illusion make that noise?
Well, it is a minor illusion that is visible or audible. So I will make the illusion be visual, and then I'm just going to have them point, like just kind of viciously point down the direction that they're going, and then run adjacent with them, so like he's joining the crowd.
Read the rest of the thing.
Yeah, then it's just a spell check versus DC.
So.
Spell check versus spell DC using their investigation, which is essentially their intelligence bonus. Is that a reasonable use of the spell?
Well, it's a cantrip, so it's not going to cost you the slot.
Exactly.
So basically what you can do is you can make a sound or an image of an object within range that
It's a
lasts...
5-foot cube. Illusion. Does it specifically say object?
Yes. I'm reading it verbatim from the thing.
Well, then I will make the illusion of a wall so that this thing does not look like that we have a wall and we can hide behind said illusion or a wall.
Okay.
It's a 5-foot wall. I will make that wall and I'll motion with my cheese-filled face to go and stand behind that wall. How's that sound?
So what I'm going to need you to do here is give me another con save to see if you can actually clear your mouth of food.
Because it's a somatic. Son of a bitch.
I bet you nailed it just then.
7.
So, he's sitting here going.
Smug face.
Does anybody else want to try and communicate a thing? You have approximately.
I'm out of spells. I need a rest.
I can't do spells.
And
You have 1 minute to figure a thing out.
well, how many torches were there again?
Can't do anything besides fight them.
There are torches.
many?
1,
Do we-
2, 3. They're about every 40, 50
Do
feet.
we hear anything?
So it would take you multiple rounds.
Do we hear anything following us?
Give me a perception check.
10.
Nope.
Do I hear anything?
If you want to keep making the rolls, you have 30 seconds.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, I'll try. I don't know. 16 plus.
You don't hear anything.
Plus
Not
6 though.
behind you.
I think we should just go back, like, around the corner.
Yeah, does
we
it
just
bend-
go
does it bend
backwards.
around?
Go
Can we
back.
just
They won't
backtrack?
see us.
I'll run
Yeah.
around. I'll run back with.
Everybody give me a stealth check. At advantage, because Dodger figured it out. Advantage means roll twice, take the highest.
Okay.
And crit.
Oh my god, I rolled the same thing twice. It was really bad. 8.
14.
Okay. What is the order at which you guys are hiding on this this corner?
I was in front, but I mean, I guess.
I'll be
just
right.
give me an order.
I'll be right. It's so me, Reef, Lapad, and then Jakeen.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Myself,
Reef.
Reef, Lapad, Jakeen.
The water's here.
All right. So so you're peering out around the side while you're cramming food into your mouth.
Yeah, but I got a natural 20 on my stealth.
Great. Anybody else?
I had
15.
16.
Okay. So you're like looking around the corner, and you hear water. I'm like the waiter. Yes, sir. So you hear coming around that corner, the people start to rush by, and then Reef coughs, and you see the last cultist rushing by stop,
I put my hand over her mouth.
and he glances around real fast, watches his friends rushing a little further, and then kind of like takes a step back and looks over. That's you
Now
see that,
minor
nobody
illusion.
else sees this.
Oh, I only see that. Now minor illusion, auditory, cultist. What are you doing straggling? Get over here.
So what does that sound like?
It's just actually no, wait.
Legit the worst
It's I
dice.
don't have to roll against it. They just.
It's the fact that you haven't been able to clear yourself of this condition
Oh,
yet.
that's right. I can't. So I know I'm still have cheese stuffed in my mouth. Yes, great. So none of that happened.
Roll me a stealth check, because I believe that it did happen, and it's whether or not you actually were able to form the words, which we've now decided you can't.
Natural 20.
So you were able to.
This corner.
You're cramming this food in your mouth, trying, and you're like, oh crap. He's kind of there for a second, looks around, doesn't hear anything else, and then, wait up! As you continue to cram the cheese into your mouth.
That's so weird. It's just weird that you're doing that.
All right, so the cultists have gone by. It looks as though they were continuing in the direction that you guys were.
Right.
Doesn't follow them though. I think that's the way out.
I want to continue up the way that we were going, and then listen to see if I can tell if more people are following them.
Okay, so you sneak up to that T intersection there, and you kind of glance left, glance right. You don't see any more. You can't really tell they've kind of disappeared around that corner now.
Okay, I gestured at everybody else. Lebat, where do we go?
That way.
That way.
That's the way out.
We go that way. That's the way out.
Okay, we follow the pad.
Okay, so you guys start to hoof it around that corner. As you do, you start to notice that there seems to be a plethora. Would you say there's a plethora? Nobody? Nobody?
Yes. For the record, in the future.
Can you grab me the grog?
Yes, I'll give you the grog. For the record, Mr. Rudy, it
Yes.
says on my sheet, and I know we already did this, but it appears that there is no verbal component for minor illusion, just prestidigitation and vicious mockery.
Then we'll say that your hand couldn't get free of the cheese.
Because of the cheese. Yes, that's fair.
Plus, that was a lot more fun.
Granted, it was a lot more fun.
So you guys come around that corner and you start to see a plethora of cultists that seem to be carved in a bloody swath across pretty much the next 100 or 200 feet of temple. You step over legs, some attached, some not. Bloody robes, spears, scimitars, daggers.
And
torn
it
robes.
looks like they're all cultists.
It
It
looks,
looks like they just killed each other.
it looks as though they went Spartan on each other
Okay.
in the middle of this hallway. Romance.
If I
Those
do
dice are legit
anything
the worst.
other than these con saves, I'm making a prediction now that I will not make a con save through the rest of this show. 7.
It's flat, isn't it? Okay.
I am not phased at all by the fact that there's a bunch of dead bodies. I'm just like, whoa, what happened here?
Pardon
I
me.
peer at all of them.
I've been down and I'm going to look at one of the bodies and see if I can assess if this was all done by each other or if something else.
How would you be able to discern?
I don't care, you guys.
Yeah,
Let's
does it
get out of
matter?
here.
We should get out
Doesn't
of the
matter.
thing.
Get
Yeah.
out.
They're already dead.
Okay.
Natural curiosity.
Okay, so as you guys reach the end of this 100-foot corridor, you start to you can angle out to your left now as you come to the next big set of stairs that the landing between the next two big sets of stairs. And to the left, you can see and feel the outside atmosphere. A little bit of wind rushing towards you. Yeah, this one's to the left. You're headed out of the maze.
Yes.
And you guys are now at the intersection there, where you peer off to the left. This area has the most ornate, chiseled work into the stone that would tell a story of how this temple got here, what maybe it was for. But it's very hard to read because of the black shellacking that's happened
Right.
around all of this area. But one thing you are able to discern,
Frickin' Dindar covering up history.
one thing you are able to discern is that this seems to have been a temple constructed well before a city that is nearby. That was a Yuan-Ti civilization. Give me a history check.
Okay.
Okay.
7
You
plus
can-
8.
Oh, that's a 7. It looked like a 1 from here. I was like, okay. 15.
Yeah.
So you recall that there is a Yuan-Ti city. One is said to be a lost city that is now inhabited by Yuan-Ti. That was once had an actual Cholton kind of dynasty. Prince, princesses, kings, queens. And you know that city to be the lost city of Omu. But from what you recall on the map, looking at that you guys looked at before, that would be on the opposite side of the peninsula. Where you are, you discern, okay, this is where we are on the map, this is what it's talking about. We must be near Hisari.
Okay. I after like realizing all of this to myself, I like take the map and I make a mark of where we are, and I write down like cultist hideout or whatever, just something to tell
On this spot right here.
on this spot right here,
Well, I mean, like, you mean like on the where you are.
where I believe that we are right now.
Okay.
I want to remember where this
Point.
place was.
Right.
Point
Yeah.
out while she's looking at it.
Just like work on whatever's happening with you right now, please. Yeah.
As you are standing here, you pull the map from you, and your hunger seems to fade. But make me one last con save.
Just like to see me
You're
suffer.
suddenly disgusted by how much you eat.
12.
Okay, buddy, you feel sick?
This cheese went bad.
You ate a lot of cheese?
You thought
And
the
it was-
hopping was bad.
It was not good cheese. Really? Is that what happened? Your red grungs? Really? Is that what happened? Your red grungs? That's what they do?
I'm not a red ground.
You.
That's fascinating.
They make you eat? They make you eat a bunch?
Really?
It might be really cool to No, you're right. We should talk about this later when you're not. Okay.
By the way, you should probably mark that Temple of Dendari. Because this used to be
Dendar.
an Ubtao. Dendar.
Who's Didari?
Dendar, thank you.
Dendar.
Brother of mine?
Brother of mine.
Who is that?
Whatever.
Who's that
Lepan, Dendari, sure. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not as learned as you, sister. But anyway, can we just get out of this damn jungle?
That's probably
Yeah.
a good idea.
Let's
Okay.
leave.
As you guys head out, well, right there, you hear some more of the cultists, and you hear more fighting. But this seems to be coming from down the steps.
I look down the steps.
You don't see anybody there, but you do see the flicker of light off some of the other intersections.
Maybe not that way.
Which way?
Down the steps.
Oh,
Out.
out
Yeah,
seems
we're-
to be to the left, and
the
up some
left
steps,
That way.
and a nice little opening
Yeah,
for the
let's
temple.
leave. Or leaving.
Bye.
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 So you guys head out of the temple, continuing to step over the bodies.
I'm gonna
The-
mental nudge one and see if I like hear a jingle from it.
give me a percentile check, a percentile roll.
What do they look for in Legends of the Hidden Temple? What do they have to go find inside
gold
the
coin.
temple? The gold coin. We got the gold coin, guys. It's fine.
34%.
You did not hit a jingly coin pouch as you were walking out,
Check.
but roll me a d4.
D4 scimitars.
2.
Okay, you get one more attempt as you kick another body on your way out. I'm a pretty fair DM, I think.
Actually, I don't like that one.
Ivan laughs.
53%.
Roll me another percentile.
Oh, another one? Okay. Ooh. 93%.
You find a pouch with 93 silver.
Hey, I'll just add it to like the 170 gold I got going down my pants.
Oh, it's so tragic what happened to these people.
Yoink.
I'm so sad about these cultists being dead.
I just feel
Boo-hoo.
overwhelmed. I'm weak at the
Yoink
knees.
mine.
God.
I'm zero grossed out by any of this and just like, you're not using this. Also, you suck.
You know what is terrible as a combination?
Watching a grown man shove cheese into his mouth while we're trying to escape
Yeah,
a
that's
temple
what's pretty
filled with
gross.
cultists
That's one.
in warm, humid weather.
Imagine being the man who has to shove cheese down his gullet. And two, have to smell the constant aroma of death around you.
Guys, let's just get out of here.
Yes.
I begin trudging towards the exit, I'm done.
You
Also
slosh
cool.
through the mire of blood and guts.
Zero phased by any of it. I'm
Zero
just I am
phased.
just done with this.
Yeah, all right, I vomit. Fine.
Are you gonna get it over with now?
Getting over with now. Just let it all out.
Oh, buddy! Like, pat you on the back. Get it all out. Get it all out. You'll
God.
feel better.
So many bowels evacuated.
So you rush out front. What are you doing?
I start to like scoot by. Keep going.
Okay, you've got the little baby grung tucked.
Yeah.
He seems to be in pretty bad shape and very frightened. As you sneak by, and these two are this one is vomiting, this one is rubbing his back near the front of the temple, and you have made your way out into some little grassy area there.
Oh, I take a swig and just clear out my mouth. Okay, let's go.
Roll me a stealth check.
Really?
You were vomiting pretty loudly, I think.
Nope. 6. God, I make good role-playing choices, and I'm punished for them. That's fine.
Why do you feel like you're being punished?
Because I made a stealth check, and I got a 6.
You don't have any dexterity?
I have a glorious 6. So, well, actually, no, this is a stealth check. I'm actually not too bad at stealth, so 11.
See, so you're not punished for the roll or for the role play. You're punished for not reading your sheet.
God, all right. You had a chance to save yourself there, but you didn't.
Oh, I,
It's fine. Keep going, Rudy.
I didn't realize I had anything at stake. I'm shaking in behind my screen.
What happens to me, Bubba? Do I alert the cultists with the sound of me hurking my cheese?
Nope, you got over a 10.
Are there?
Okay, we leave.
I'm outside.
We're leaving.
Do
We've all
I see any water nearby, like a little oasis or anything like that? You figure with a temple this big, they've got to have some kind of water supply.
Not really.
No.
Not here. But what you do know from the map is that maybe a couple of days' journey, there is a lake to the west. And that lake has a river that seems to run north.
Great, but we need to find the closest Grung village.
Give me a survival check.
Yeah, and I feel like I would probably know that.
Crit.
Crit?
Yeah.
Boo.
So
Sick.
you are able to kind of take a measure of the area, a measure of what the sky looks like, and and you know that it will probably rain within the next few hours,
Awesome.
and that the majority of the way that people have clean drinking water in Chult is from collecting it
I'm
from
not
the
worried
rain.
about the clean drinking water. I'm worried about the multiple babies we're in charge of right now.
Well, if you were going to collect
Yeah.
drinking water,
Sure.
you would have a basin of which to put grung in.
Of course.
So,
Do I know?
So I'll look around the temple, like grounds to see. I mean, they probably have some kind of basin out or something.
So I would know where the closest like grung hideout, sleepover places in the trees are, right?
you probably would know once you got your bearings
Yeah.
about this area. You do know, though, that this is an area where there's not going to be a whole lot of grung, period. Whether,
Yuan-ti.
and there may not be, because of the Yuan-ti, but on top of that, this is far to the southeast, where the majority of dinosaurs are maintained because of the infestation of undead in the center of that long strip between the two major rivers. This river that seems to be coming out of the lake, which is named Lake Lua, that river going up there, River Olong, is the one that has basically the eastern boundary of the undead portion of Chult.
Where are we trying to get to right now, guys?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
Anywhere but here, I think, is
Does
safe.
anyone have that like the potion?
Is
The
from
grung, he doesn't look so good.
from looking at the map, is the river closer than the city?
The city of Hisari, I can double check and see what the
No,
distance is
Pat,
here.
we don't.
Is the city of Hisari, is it normal people like populating that, or is that like Yuan-ti?
Roll me a history check.
We don't, Lapat. I had to use the last one on Reef to get her out of the temple.
Would I know that? Like who's in
Dude.
Hisari?
Because I know you use yours, but I have my health potion.
You can roll me a history check.
No?
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have a health potion. I just have a smaller one.
Are you willing to use it on our little grung friend?
20.
I don't know if
20?
he's beyond.
You are approximately the same distance to Hisari, and you know that it is no longer inhabited by Yanti because of some spell or some sort of charm or something that made them flee. But you don't know who or why or how this came to be.
How do you spell Yanti?
Yuan dash Ti. Yonti.
Okay.
I prefer Yontai, but that's just me.
I don't know if the healing potion is going to help him at the moment. It may ease his pain a little, but he's had his heart replaced with the germ.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't really know what to do.
I don't know what to do with him.
I'll give him my healing potion.
If we go
You
to
wanna give him the
Hisari,
healing
there will be people there. We might be
2d4
able to
plus
figure out something.
Let's do.
Maybe. I hope so. I mean, he doesn't have a heart anymore.
You don't know what has changed, what has moved in to inhabit that area, if
Yeah.
anything.
Right.
But you do know that they're not Yanti there, and
Right.
that it would be a safe haven from
It's
them.
It's worth
Specifically.
9 points.
it's worth investigating, but we should at least be careful before we go any closer. For all we know, everyone that we know, I mean, you were looking after this thing, and it looks like somebody else was looking after this thing. Everybody wants this pulse.
Right.
So right now, in an odd way,
We need to get back to a normal city.
well, sure, but one step at a time. Let's go and get somewhere that we can recoup a little bit. I'm completely out of everything.
Agreed.
Well,
So, what do you got?
let's just walk in the direction of the city.
Yes.
We know that Yanti aren't there. We
Right.
need to get away from here.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And then
We'll
we can maybe rest, just like take a minute and
just
talk.
short because
I think that's a
they'll
good
if the
idea.
cultists are going to look anywhere, that might be the first place they look. So we just have to get there, and then get moving quickly. So yes,
Okay.
but you're right.
So we would like to move in the direction of Hisari.
All right. So, you are somewhat prepared for this situation because you knew about the ritual. You knew about the pulse. And you kind of let them know when you said that you weren't being as honest and upfront with them as you probably should have been.
Right.
You know that there are only a handful of people that can do a ritual like this, and that one of them is somebody that lives near Port Naranzaru, if not in it.
So we need to go back.
Reef, what is this thing? Like, they say it's the pulse. You said it's the pulse of Chult, but what is it?
I mean, all that I really know is that it collects power.
Magic.
Magic. It collects magic so that you can do incredible magical things that maybe you couldn't do on your own, right? So somebody who has only a little bit of magic power could eventually store enough power into this thing to do incredible things.
All right.
Why did they put it in the ground?
Assuming that he's going to
think they're
absorb
trying
his
to-
magic power.
Yeah.
Is there a difference in the grung from when we first grabbed it?
Uh,
Does it look older specifically?
It hasn't been long enough really for it to look older.
Okay.
But from your research, from the rumors you've heard, from the runes that you've gone through that kind of tell the story of the thing, you can discern that being inside this grung helps it maintain the power that is put into it between rituals.
Okay.
That would be your guess. None of the runes, none of the ruins, and none of the
None of the information that I've gathered.
would lead
So
you
far.
to believe that this was a constant step, but this seems to be something that the grung are doing. You have never seen, every time you have seen a mural or a painting that depicts the pulse, it always seems to be cast at, absorbed, and then used pretty immediately.
Right. Okay.
So we need to get this grung back to. We need to get him to someone who's able to help. Like
Sure. Yeah.
we need to get back to civilization.
Well, right, and That's the end goal, Jakeen, of course, but we do still need to get to somewhere.
I'm not doing so hot after the battle.
Yeah, let's go somewhere and let's get away from here and go make camp and take a rest.
So, in order for you guys to head towards, when you come out, basically you see this big wide open area. You see to the left is jungle. To the right is kind of a barren, ashy, dying kind of flatlands.
Yeah,
before
left.
you get to, like, it looks like it'd be a few days
Sounds right.
to the right or to, like, north before you'd hit jungle again. You can see it off in the distance, but it's a long
That seems like the bad way to
ways.
go. Let's go to the left. The barren wasteland doesn't seem like the best idea.
But
for
they
us.
And
but
you-
they both go toward Hisari?
No, so where you come out, you were facing west.
Right.
To your immediate southwest, south and beyond that, jungle.
Right.
The immediate south looks like more mountain range. So you basically come out in like a horseshoe.
Okay.
And I guess it's more like an angle, a right angle, but you basically come out like this. These are mountains. Over here is jungle. Up here is jungle. This area between, so you guys are coming out here. This area between here is basically wasteland.
I think her question was is which one leads to Asari as far as do we have to cross barren wasteland or
North.
to cross jungles? Sorry, I see. We have to go north
We
from
don't
our
know what's
horseshoe.
in Hisari, you guys.
Are you suggesting that we just camp in the jungle instead of just going straight to Asari?
Yeah, we don't know what lives in Hisari.
That's fine. Do we have?
It's not a normal city, you guys.
Have
it's
we-
not Lakeport.
Right.
Nice.
No, it's not. It's an empty
But it's
wasteland.
the
just-
only place that could have people that could help us that's anywhere nearby.
And if you
Have
drove the
more
Anti
cultists, you
away,
guys.
Do
maybe
we-
something good?
Do we have enough camping gear that we can actually make this? Do we have supplies enough that we can actually camp in the jungle?
I mean, we can definitely get by if we stay in the jungle, but
can hunt.
we're not going to get by going through the wasteland, you guys.
And that is something that you know pretty well from your time in Chuld. Probably you would know as well. That
At the
there
very
are
least, we need to be able to hunt. Like,
right, and there may be things. I mean, there's going to be things that can kill you anywhere.
Sure.
But your resources, as far as
There's more
sustaining life, are
resources
going to be
in the jungle. Yeah.
Well, that we're very clear. We're not going into the barren waste, but that's fine. You're right. We do need to hide. You're the expert. You're the survival expert. So just by all means,
I
lead
vote
on.
going towards the jungle, you guys, and either trying to get back to Court Ninezaru or somewhere, a city. Is there a city to the south, Rudy, that we could also go to?
There's really like nothing to the south as far as you know.
And
Most
so
of
the
that
route
area is
that
heavy
leads us
in.
back towards the jungle is also towards the south?
No, what leads you? So that is like the tip
Okay.
of the jungle stuff that goes down around.
I don't understand. So sorry, like no matter
It's
how
okay.
you're explaining it, it's just not making sense. I can see the map here. So if we go to the left, that's going to lead us towards the jungle. What direction is that leading me to? North, south, east, west?
This would be southwest.
That's what I'm saying. So you're saying it's just going to keep taking us more south. But
No,
also-
let me pull you up the map again.
You said southwest.
To the south and west is more jungle.
Okay, and then the other one
In
goes
which direction was
north.
that mysterious city that we were talking about?
North.
north of us.
So
Kind of
we would
northeast-ish.
have to
So
go
you
through
guys are here,
wasteland to get there, yeah.
out on that
We
tip.
would have to go through the
right on
wasteland
this
to get
tip.
to Hisari.
You
Yeah.
can see the forest here. You can see
Yeah.
the wasteland all right here. Hisari is somewhere in this area. You wouldn't know exactly where it is. Even your map didn't have it on there, but it's somewhere in this vicinity.
So from just based on where you pointed at to where that is, it looks like no matter what we have to cross barren waste.
Eventually, maybe. But right now, you guys don't have a mount.
Right.
You don't have your supplies because they got left down at that place. That poor Stegosaurus is probably dead by now.
Right.
Wait,
river.
and is this port within
Where did
good
Stegosaurus
distance of
get
us or no?
left?
At the river.
At the plateau.
At the plateau. Remember, because we got
This is where you
teleported
are.
from the
Yeah, yeah,
mountain.
yeah.
This is Hisari's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
general area.
Right.
This is the thing, and
Probably made its way down.
Port Naranzaru is
He knows
here.
what to do.
City, or the lake where you are,
Wondering if
the
it's
space where you're here.
dies,
This
go
is
for
that
that.
jungle area. This is the lake.
Oh,
Port's
that's
way up
crazy.
north.
No, let's go to Sorry. That's crazy. The port is so far away.
There's a river right here.
Let's
We
go
don't
towards
have
the river.
we don't have very good luck with rivers, everybody.
It got you where you needed to
Show
go,
me
didn't
where
it?
the river is.
This is so the lake,
Yeah.
the river.
I say we go
What is in
towards
this
the lake
Port
and towards the
Naranjaro
river.
that
I
we need?
vote towards left because at least we'll be in the jungle and we'll be able to restock on
All right.
supplies, you guys.
Then let's travel through the jungle along the side of the jungle before we get anywhere close to the waste, and let's just travel northeast.
Southwest is.
Do you want to go
Maybe
northeast?
northwest?
Well, it's based on what you showed me where you pointed, so
This is you.
yes, and Asari was here, and I'm assuming we're going to walk along this pathway to get closer to where Asari is.
If you want to go, each
That's
one of
wasteland.
these is a couple of days. Each hex is a couple of days.
It's all wasteland.
I will let you go any
What-
direction you choose. If you want to go up the mountain,
wherever
into the
wherever
volcano, I'll
Jakeen
take
wants
you.
to go.
I would recommend going towards the jungle, you guys. It's not towards the city, but like towards the city, we have days of wasteland and we have no preparation for that.
Why don't we go make the camp far away from here in the jungle, and then we go back and tackle the wastes and get to the city?
you guys hear more commotion coming from
Okay,
inside.
fine.
Let's
I'm gonna
just
just
go.
start. I'm
Let's
gonna
just
just
go.
start going towards the jungle.
Yes,
and
okay.
Going.
The jungle.
Okay, you trudge off in the jungle. You also know that you can't make it days across barren wasteland. Like multiple days across barren wasteland would kill you. And probably your little baby grung too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow her.
Okay. So Jakeen says this is ridiculous.
Not going.
I'm going into the jungle. And starts to trudge off.
Okay.
Lepad looks at you two. Says, that one has the idea. I'm gonna follow that one. And you start hopping up. That one, wait for the Lepad. And then you two are standing there looking at each other, hearing the noise out back.
All right,
Shall we, bro?
let's go.
All right. You guys continue.
Unprofessional.
That was my timer. I shouldn't have. My iPhone's basically done. I'm waiting. I've got like what, 6 days until the next one comes out. I
They
refuse
time
to
it.
get one of the
They
crap
time it
ones.
perfectly.
They do. they set them to like implode after like a year and a half
I'm
every
sure.
time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
they've got
press
like
the
they give you
button.
like a 5-day buffer
Start killing
before
them.
the next one's gonna come out. So or they probably just link it into your phone. They're like, all right, guys, go ahead and hit that button.
Next update's gonna have some
Meltdown.
bad stuff in it, right? We're good on that.
Meltdown.
Next update is implodeware.
So you guys head into the jungle. You are able to locate a small running stream where you can tie off the sack of baby grung eggs to where they have water running over them. You were
Awesome.
able to replenish your skins of
Great.
water.
I'm gonna take a dip in that with the little baby crone.
You go and wade into the center of it, and you keep your eyes just a little bit above the water, just wishing back
I'm
and forth.
also going to wash off. It's been like forever since we've been by water.
You guys all have a very ripe.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash
Yeah.
myself off.
Also,
Down
I will
river
not.
a little bit.
She still has. You guys are all in the water, and she's just like, she's got this like bloody gash coming down just south of her eye over her cheek that she's just like leaving there, and she's like, "What?"
And I
I'm not getting
noticed
in the
that
water.
it's. I finally realized this at this point, and I go and get out what little amount of like cleaning gear that I have, and I start cleaning her wound.
Okay.
So, just look. This one's gonna bleed a real bad scar.
What? Really?
Yeah, look. You see, feel how deep
Ow.
it is. Yeah, don't touch it. Your hands are filthy.
Okay, all right.
Your hands are filthy.
Thanks, Dad.
Always pulling Dad into this. And I just continue to clean off her wounds, get
Okay,
out
give
the
me a
stitching
medicine check.
gear, and try to stitch it up to try to minimize the scarring.
Okay, you know that
He's never been good at this.
4 total.
for total. You know that when you guys were up
They're
on that
terrible.
mountain, when he kind of hung up the
Here's that.
when you had a
Thanks.
when you were up on the mountaintop back in on the Sword Coast, that when you broke your ankle, I think, and then he got hurt, he was carrying you out as best he could, but then he like kind of stubbed his toe and made it a bigger deal than it necessarily like should have been. And you ended up carrying him out with like a broken ankle or something like that.
Sure.
And after you set it yourself. And so whenever he goes into dad mode for taking care of you medicine-wise, you kind of go along with it up to a point. When he pulls out the needle and thread to start getting ready to stitch this small
All right. Okay.
wound.
No. Look. I'll just keep the scar. Ladies love this. I'll just keep the scar. You don't have to. It's not that I don't appreciate it or love you. It's just maybe.
All right, I just wanted to offer.
I know.
Because it's here.
I know.
Because
You're
it's
great.
right here.
You're great.
See,
It's
it's
fine.
laid out.
It's not that I don't trust you.
Ready to go.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's going away.
All right.
All right.
Close it
Fold
up.
it up.
Stick the
it
riding
away.
books, Jahan.
So, as you move into, should we have made you a barbarian?
It's fine. At this point, might as well be a barbarian bard.
A bardbarian.
Barbarian.
It's one of my favorite classes.
Yeah.
Keep going to drink this, and there's nothing in it.
Would like to raid.
You guys want to fill up before I give this to Dodger?
I don't think there's enough.
Well, then let me give it to Dodger
Yeah.
first, and then.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, so you guys go to clean yourself off in the river. It is a very murky, muddy river.
Ugh, damn it.
Jakeen, when you get up to it, give me another survival check.
There's some left if anybody wants.
Do you need a drink?
Huh? I'm good. I got the Red Bull.
The
13.
crimson.
13. So you come up to
There's
this
a
water,
crimson ram behind me.
and you realize that this doesn't seem to have any real fresh source. It just seems to be kind of that murky, almost muddy water. You would probably want to burn it before you drank it.
Yeah.
The grung might be okay in the water, but when you guys go to clean yourselves off, it takes quite a bit of time considering the muck and gunk that's in it. And you definitely wouldn't use any of it to clean it, or at least Reef wouldn't allow you to use any of it to clean off her stuff. So that was like the last of your kind of ointments and things.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't know if I want to bathe in this anymore. What is this?
You should get in, Jahan. It's nice.
I'll stay here, Lepad, with my. Well, I guess I've gone this far. Might as well just stick with it.
So you could,
I'll boil it.
yeah, you can take some time and make camp and boil
Yeah,
things.
when we camp, I want to rest.
Can I at least?
overnight.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Are we gonna stick around? Are we? I watch you making camp. Are we making
If I
camp
have
for
my
the night?
sufficient amount of
Yeah, I
time in
think
the
so.
dip, I'll
Yeah.
All right.
leave the baby grung with them, and they'll go hunt some stuff.
Could give me a survival check first before we go hunting.
Okay. It's 27.
27?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do locate a little grung safe place up in some of the trees. Right, we'll say it's this tree. We'll say it's the tall one.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually one little hatch here hidden amongst some of the things. You locate that. You don't have to tell them about it, but you want to go off and go hunting as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give me a survival check for the hunting. Does anybody else want to go with him now? Okay.
13.
13. You're able to go and find some number you're able to find enough for tonight, but you're not able to find enough food for the group for more than tonight.
Okay.
Perhaps if as you move through the jungle, you might be able to find some berries or things like that along the way. We're moving. We're gonna do the camp thing. So as you come back, you can show them the food. You've been working on starting a fire. We're gonna say that your last check was sufficient enough for you to make a fire out of that. Where would you like that fire to be?
We're away from the temple, though.
Yeah, this is just runes.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna say that you guys traveled for how many
What's
hours?
that?
8 hours.
You traveled for 8 hours. Okay.
You want to get far away from it.
All right. And go ahead.
What's that white thing? Like just a little like hollowed out stone ruin.
Yeah. Looks like
Probably
maybe it used to be a little hut or maybe a marker or something like that. But
use that for camp. It's a nice flat, dry area, and then fire right next to it.
okay. So if you guys travel for 8 hours, then you got caught in some of the rain, and pushing your way through that rain would give you guys a level of exhaustion as you move through. So when you get to the water, you are tired. You are really kind of bummed out about basically life right now and exhausted. Everybody is going to go. You're going to go ahead and make a fire. We'll just keep your checks from before for all of that. You go over there and start setting up camp.
I don't want to bore you with the details of my ritual, but I'll clean off a couple of rocks, get all the wet clothes, collect everybody's wet clothes, and kind of make a string along the fire to dry everybody out. And I will do my ritual packing and unpacking of my bags.
Which at the moment I believe is just your one satchel.
Just my satchel.
I'll, up until this point, I've been like keeping, just like jotting down little notes of everything that happens, right?
Okay.
So I'll take this opportunity to like write down everything that's happened since I was released.
All right,
'Cause
sounds
I
good.
haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Great. So let us take the opportunity, since you guys are going to take a rest, for us to hit a break, which means this is your opportunity to join the raffle one last time. And what the satchel
satchel
raffle?
raffle.
The satchel.
God, you're gonna. How many? That's so much shots.
Everybody's
you guys are
drunk.
killing people.
Everybody's drunk.
And now the show is suddenly like way better. It was already good, but like, man, best show. on
Another
Twitch.
level.
They're doing full
of,
shots. I thought they were taking like sips of something.
See, if I was playing this
I don't
game, if I was
dictate
playing the
what
satchel
they're
game, I would be sipping, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would if you guys are gonna hit rapid fire 6 or 7
Yeah,
shots.
they should have learned by now.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Don't give us a toy.
So
Satchel.
as we go to break, you guys can go ahead and go to break if you want to, and I will do the raffle.
Raffle giveaway.
If you guys want to go ahead and do
Wait.
if you want to mute everybody but me, and if you guys want to tweet to peeps, feel free about the raffle so we can get them in here real fast. So everybody in the chat room, get stuff.
That's a weird thing to say.
Ivan, you're being really awkward tonight.
People are going crazy on the raffle.
Raffle or satchel?
The satchel raffle.
What is the thing that needs to happen?
Tell them to join again. He goes raffle.
Yeah, okay, so anybody that hasn't raffled yet, make sure you do it.
I believe it. Rudy,
Yo,
you're live.
I know.
I'm gonna put you on mute.
No, don't mute me. We're about to do the thing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna wait till everybody's.
No, because I'm going to get up and have a quick snack and food, too. I'm just going to run this. What? You want me to do that? You want me to wait? Okay.
Yeah, that way more people can join the raffle.
Okay.
And then we'll just put this on break, and then when they come back, they can see if they won.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll do the raffle right after. Satine's Glorious Wisdom wins out over mine today. She's going to go ahead and ping it over to break and mute me. So get your in, go ahead and tweet out to your friends so that you guys, your little gaming group, might have a better chance of taking home the glory. And we will see you guys shortly. You want to fire off the actual intro first? Oh, I'm live? Hi! How's it going? Intro. Hit Raffle, but intro.
Exclamation point raffle intro. Slash satchel.
So we found out that we need to be very specific here. It's just exclamation point raffle, not exclamation points raffle slash the S
The
word.
S word.
Which we were trying to calm down on because the ladies in this game were not under the assumption.
How dare you?
Dare you, sir?
How dare you?
How dare you call me a lady?
I made a promise to chat that I wouldn't say it anymore, and I almost said it, but I didn't say it.
I made
So-
0 promises.
Wild card
Stop
here.
doing shots.
How
Stop
dare
being
I?
animals. Just take a sip.
Stop being animals.
Stop being
Stop
animal.
being beasts.
This is your fault.
Stop being sexually.
Don't be beasts of booze. Go out and live your life.
Whoa, that should be a game.
Beasts of booze.
Beasts of booze.
Trademarked, no one can have it. Copyrighted. You all saw it here. First use.
Because that's legal.
Because that's legal.
That's binding. That happened just now. All right, so we have made camp.
You've made camp. Your little grung buddy has brought back enough food for this evening.
It's a stupid question. I just eat what is in my bag still. I don't want to eat whatever.
I'm my
Ah,
backpack.
John Wielder is too good for the ground food.
The worm was weird. The grub was weird. You have to admit that. It was a weird thing.
What? I
thought
want
that
to
thing
eat
did
it.
nothing. It
Oh,
was
sorry.
good. It is a delicacy.
Are you doing that now? My bad. Go ahead.
Pause.
He's very quiet about
Exclamation
his
point.
Yes.
Okay, what the raffle is for. This. A whole brick. A whole brick of minis. I saw somebody ask, as I was about to type in the command, this is what you have. You can get an entire brick. It's like 32 minis if I did the math right. And maybe there's more miniatures in there if you get the small one. I did not know. You can do it when you tell us you later when you get it to put it in the mail. Right? Okay?
I want to enter.
You want to enter? You got a couple of seconds.
I'm gonna go to my Twitch
Everybody
chat.
else, he'll.
I'm competing against all of you.
Is that
Suck it.
nepotism? What is that?
It's not quite nepotism. She's not my daughter.
I mean, fair.
How do you know, Dad?
The eyes.
Wait, Hold on.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button
Give
now.
it away!
We'll see if Mylin gets in there
Give
soon
it away.
enough.
Guys,
Give it
Okay,
away.
let me
exclamation
wait.
point.
No.
Give it away.
Raffle
No.
space.
So messed up.
Wait, is it Moobot?
That's me.
Moobot.
No.
Raffle. Draw. Yeah.
Come on.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Drew
Yiv-
user Yeveli. Oh,
Yivtali V99 or Yivtalv.
Yivtal 99.
Yedel 99.
Congratulations, Yivtal 99.
Congrats.
You win the brick.
You win the brick.
Das
You
Brick.
win the brick. You win Rudy's heart. You win Rudy's heart.
Aw.
You win his
You just gave him my heart away now.
heart.
I
It
gave you
is-
my heart,
it
and
is-
you're just gonna give it away.
It is free to give.
Damn.
That has no value whatsoever.
Isn't your heart overflowing so that all is abundance?
You would know I gave it to you.
All right. Well, I don't. That's too much responsibility for me to own your heart.
So, I'm in the room under Ruty Woot. Send me a direct message, Yivtal99, and we'll get you your stuff here. I hope to God you live in the U.S. because I forgot that shipping a brick of that size overseas could be a problem.
Sucks.
You really should
But-
state in your raffles that for international that they have to pay for shipping. If
I
they
mean-
want it.
Yeah.
We'll
see what happens.
Although, if I may make a recommendation, look in the e-packet.
What?
The e-packet. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, well, he's going to tell us about a thing later, but I have some Neverwinter things where you can have some sort of in-game loot.
Cool.
Maybe a reason to sign up. Maybe it has something to do with Tomb of Annihilation.
I don't know.
So, let's draw out those winners, and I will send you your code. All you have to do is send it to me, give me a little whisper, tell me that you were the one that won the thing, while Satine's writing them all down in the corner, which she's not. But send me a message, let me know you
Satine's
won.
over there like,
She's like, dang it.
Maybe something bad.
trade
All right,
spray.
so let's see if Moobot kept all the raffles.
Moo.
Moobot, raffle,
Moo.
draw,
Bot?
But thank you. Moo.
copy. Next number was Crystal Gullum.
Woo, Crystal!
Crystal Gullum. 420.
Mm-hmm.
Is not following. If you want to really love Rudy's heart, you better follow.
Follow
Anybody
D&D.
can love Rudy's
See, you
heart.
should make it ways for followers only.
This is for Dungeons and Dragons.
Follow,
yeah.
follow it up.
Number 2, Dr. Plasmax.
Woo!
Plasma X
Plasmax!
is
Congrats!
following. We appreciate your follow. Follow, hollow. Follow, holla, holla. Follow.
Yeah, you're not as good as Jerry.
Who's Jerry? Who the
Tycho.
hell's Jerry?
Tycho. At the end of every PAX game, he gets up and he does like a rap. Like, well, it's actually more like spoken word,
Sure.
but it's very much like
I
that.
don't want to be Jerry.
Why aren't
I
you
don't
a
wanna
better
be as
bard?
good
Why
as
aren't you a
Jerry.
better bard?
Why aren't
more
you a
like
better
Jerry?
bard?
Subtext.
Why aren't you more like Jerry?
Why aren't
Why
you?
aren't you Jerry?
Dreadmore, 36.
Dreadmore, yay!
Yay.
Congratulations!
And the last one for this evening, Wolfnev.
Congratulations!
Or W0 Waffle Eve. That's what I'm going to go with.
Wolf?
Yep.
What?
Cool.
W0.
Yay.
Congrats, you won stuff.
Yay!
Wolf Nev.
Pew, pew.
Yay, stuff.
I was gonna say, that's like wolf something, right?
Wolf.
So we're going to have some really awesome other raffles coming up in the near future. We're going to give away another Icons of the Realm traps and tomes, and we have a certain game that will be being released in the very near future that we have some special codes for as well. It is not out yet. Huh?
We'll have it Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. So we have, on Sunday, we will have codes for you. We'll raffle off a few winners for that one, and then we'll also do them on Tuesday and Wednesday, just like we did tonight, for some game that's not released yet that I'm not allowed to say until it gets released on Sunday. Sunday.
The Lord Dindar's Day. Sunday.
Ah, sweet.
All right, the Lord Dindar's Day. Did you get the first raffle winner, the big one?
You have to wear a
All of them?
blindfold
Cool.
all day, every Sunday.
A blindfold all day? Because
On
of the
dark
night.
day. On dark Dendar day.
Simulate night
Dindar-
for full
Dindar Day.
24 hours.
All right.
For Dindar.
So you guys are hopping onto this dry little area that Jakeen was able to kind of make some room for, set up some little fires around the side, boiling some water in little spurts as she can. with the little bit of modest camping equipment that she had on her back, and then funneling it into your flasks. The process is going to take you guys a while. Let us see if you hit anything on the random encounter table. Who wants to roll the percentile die for this?
I'll roll the percentile die.
Good, because I'm
Do
rolling
it.
like shit. Like poo.
Like
Like
sugar.
dime. Like sugar dime.
10%.
10? Okay. So as you make camp for the night, you spend a little bit of time setting up some security. You are able to place the fire in a way that it kind of is in a decently occluded area of this little ruin that you've got here, tucked back into the corner, and you guys make camp. You set watch. Yes?
Yes.
No? Who's doing watching for what?
Not I.
I'm down to watch.
Ivan's
I'm so excited.
Not me.
Ivan's like, we're doing, everybody's taking watch, except me.
I need to refresh
I haven't
my
been outside in so long. I'll do watch. Let's do this.
It's so nice to sleep out under the stars and the
Yeah, it's
canopy
so
of the.
pretty.
I'm like, okay, cool.
All right. Are you watching all night long by yourself?
Roll into Jaquine.
I mean, I'll try to wake people up.
I'll take the second shift.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll
I
swap this
gotta,
out.
I gotta get some
Oh.
rest first.
Okay, so how long are you guys sleeping for, staying asleep for?
I want a full night's sleep.
Hell yes.
Okay. You guys got a full rest.
Whoa! Oh, I threw my pencil down. Sorry.
Sorry, Mom.
You guys lounge about for a little bit after waking up. It seems as though the area is relatively safe. You don't notice any rustling, any aggressive things at all. You've got the eggs in the river still. The little baby grung seems to be gaining back its color, but as the whatever blood it lost during the ceremony is kind of coming back in. It was probably thinned out a little bit with that potion.
And I got to hang out in the water a little bit.
And it got to hang out in the water, but it
So-
still just looks as though it's exhausted
Right.
and frightened.
Question.
Is it old enough to talk?
It hasn't been raised around any grung at
Makes
all.
sense. Okay.
Lepad, this is probably a dumb question, but if he doesn't have a heart, how is he alive?
I have no idea, John Wielder.
It's the pulse, right? Whatever power is in the pulse is keeping him alive, I guess?
Yes, but isn't the thing supposed to feed magic? And it's a red grung. Those are the mages, right?
Right.
So is it feeding off of its life force, or is the pulse keeping it alive through magic?
I mean,
I don't know, but the thing is, we don't have a heart to replace it with, so we don't really have a choice but to leave it there.
Well, it looks like you've got a donor, little grung mage. And that donor is Chult itself.
What do we do with him?
We can't let him go.
I like put my hands over his little ears.
Good, makes me a constitution check.
Oh, you got caught, girl.
I got caught. 16.
Of
What do I add?
course.
What do I add to that?
Just your constitution.
Yeah.
Saving throw.
17.
So,
Get your
as if
hands off of
nothing
me.
happened whatsoever, you guys are discussing this thing, and you're like, and you go to put your hands over its little ear holes, and you're just holding it there while you guys are talking.
No. Oh.
What? I don't want him to hear that we're talking.
Of course you are.
Are you sure that you weren't just hungry? Really hungry?
Wait.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, he seems okay. Like, not good, but he seems okay.
Well, we can't let the cultists get him. We know that much.
Yeah.
And we can't go and, I guess it's as hidden as you can be inside the body of a little grung.
Can we see it like light?
Yeah,
through
can we
his
still see it
chest?
like pulsing through him?
It's
Well-
not that well hidden, John Wielder. He's
You're
the grung
close
don't
enough
do
to
that.
see it, yes.
Do babbies wear clothes?
The grung
Can
don't
we
do
put
that.
clothes on this babby?
That's a good idea.
That's
I have this.
As you stand there wearing, like, you've got on, like, this little, like, kind of tunic.
Bandolier.
Well,
Bandolier
I still have
thing.
some T-Rex skin, so
Yeah,
I'm
can we
gonna,
like
Yeah.
swaddle him
fashion
up?
him
Because
like,
he's like baby size, right? Can we like swaddle him up?
and then
like,
also I'm gonna give him a little like mustache, then.
A leaf
Little leaf
mustache.
mustache too.
His
this guy's
disguise.
kid.
You look like Lepad, master of the poke poke, slayer of the big tooth.
You notice as you continue to narrate how awesome you are, he's already like,
You're a great Uncle Lepad. You're
He
Uncle
knows.
Lepad.
he or she. We don't know.
True.
You didn't check.
Do you,
Can you even
Probably not
tell
going
when Todd
to.
pulls that young?
I assume that he would be
he
able
probably
to,
could. If he really wanted to go in there.
if you really wanted to get in there.
what if we get him back to your tribe? Do you
Your
think
tribe is so far north. Your tribe is where you guys met him.
I wouldn't want to take him to my tribe anyway.
If we find other grungs, do you think we could maybe use their red grung in order to extract the pulse of Chult out of him?
You mean kill more of the grung to get it out of this grung?
No, not kill more grung. Have the red grung use a ritual. Because obviously the cultists did a ritual to put the pulse of Chult inside of this little grung. Someone must know a similar ritual in order to either do it or pull it out. Because obviously they've been doing it to lots of other. I mean, this isn't the first or last grung. It seems like they put the pulse of Chult inside of.
But we can't just. I mean, if it is what's keeping him alive,
Well,
they would
right.
also need to know how to give him a heart or
Well, I don't know.
simulate
maybe,
a heart.
maybe.
We just need to get
This ritual
into
doesn't
a
work good
better
for most of the grung. I don't.
magician than us.
All
a
right.
better
Well,
magic
maybe
user.
maybe the best course of, because if we're going to find a magician anywhere, unless you Chultians, please feel free to step in if there is someone who has a better choice. But it sounds like we may just need to get him back to the port and discreetly find someone who can help us extract the pulse of Chult from our little grung, preferably without killing our little friend.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, good. Wow. I think it's the first time anyone's ever listened to me at one time in a single conversation. So, yay!
So
What's the quickest way to get back to the port?
probably. So the river. If we got to the river, will we be fighting to go upriver or?
The going, I guess, what would be
If we
up,
went.
if you're going north on the river is actually going downriver.
Okay, great. So.
And you two would know that.
Right.
You especially would know that.
So I think the river would be the best situation
Can
for
we
us.
ride the river all the way to the port?
Yeah.
If you have a raft.
Well,
Raft?
You know what? I'm not even going to say these things anymore. I'm just going to let you go.
No, I know.
Because
I-
apparently I'm not
Well,
a
we
very
don't want to
helpful
build the
dude.
raft here. We
hey
can
now,
carry it.
you said you
Hey
didn't
now,
take
you're
it
an all-star.
personally.
I told you. He took
I didn't take it personally.
Look at you. Now
Anyway.
you're referencing it. Somebody's feeling a little thirsty.
I told you this was gonna come back to haunt
Yeah,
you.
all right, all right.
Yeah, let's
Call
right,
somebody
so-
vindictive, maybe they will.
Drag
I'm
it
just
all the
kidding.
way to the river.
Yeah, so
That's a
we
great
go to the river. Yes, we continue.
start
We
making our
continue
way.
toward
Yeah.
the river.
Once we get close, then we'll build a river. I
raft.
mean,
We'll build a river.
Build
words.
a river.
Yes, you know what I meant.
Yes. So we'll start making
So we
our
have
way.
a full day's rest, and how are we? I mean, I'm assuming we aren't. I mean, you're hunting, but we're okay with food and water at this
We're
point.
gonna have to scavenge along the way.
All right, let's scavenge.
So, who's got the survivaling?
Me, I
You
would
too?
do that.
No, my survival sucks for some
Oh,
reason.
mine's awesome.
Plus
I'll
two.
do that.
What about
I have better survival than you.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That is weird. But you're a ranger, so do you have rangerly things that would maybe make that survival
Yeah,
insignificant?
locate animals and plants. So yeah, I can do that.
So you could use
Yeah, I can
magic to
first.
hunt.
So I will use my magic to hunt some edible animals and plants.
And
Okay.
I'll use my innate ability to do that. I'd
You give me a roll on that,
Okay.
and I'll just say you can give me an attack roll. You're gonna look to hit at least a 15 here.
Awesome. 18 plus, and I think this might, if I'm using my bow, it's plus 6, so
Cool.
24.
All right.
13.
13. So, as you guys move down the forest area, you move through the forest heading west. you're able to hunt pretty much each day that you guys come through. Using a spell, you're still, we'll assume that when the next day that we're actually adventuring starts, you're just, you'll be missing one from that morning. You were able to find some berries and some other random things that help as you're going through the thing. The area here seems to be pretty devoid of a lot of other creatures except for some of the small game that you've been hunting. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of sentient creatures about, and even the dinosaurs in the area seem to be not the most prevalent.
Not so
Do
good.
I sense undead?
No, you don't. You don't see any tracks or anything like that that would lead you to believe that there's a bunch of undead in this area.
Okay.
Reef, it's really quiet.
You do hear birds and chirping, like that's all there.
It's
There's
not
no
quiet.
larger, not a lot of like larger prey.
It's
Yeah.
really noisy, actually.
What are you talking about?
I'm confused.
It just doesn't seem that there's a whole lot to impede your progress at the moment.
Yeah, great.
I feel like we should have been tried to be stomped on by a dinosaur by now.
Maybe a vengeful DM would do that, but not me.
I don't know. We've had a really
You gotta
unlucky
deal
time.
with things as you go. If something bad happens, we deal with it. But otherwise, just like enjoy
'cause
it.
all
Enjoy
of-
the ride.
So for me, like knowing that we're eventually gonna get to the river and start making a raft and stuff, like the small game, I like skin them and try and treat the skin at night, like, and that kind of thing, like making like little bits of like leather straps and like other things that I can kind of use for later.
So aren't you going to need to have that dry out though at some point?
Yeah, like so I dry them by the fire overnight.
Overnight? Okay. What are you aiming towards?
Just to have some like, even though I
Leather
have some rope
straps.
on me, but like more like to like tie. Like,
Would you like to use maybe vinage and stuff like that around to
Oh
fashion
yeah, I guess
ropes?
we could do that, like to fashion for the raft. Sure.
Okay, do you still want to do things with this leather? You want to still try and make leather?
Sure.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
So 12.
Okay, you're able to fashion 12 feet of rope of leather, like
Yeah.
Leather cord.
yeah, leather cord. And then you are also able to create, we'll say, 50 feet of rope that is intertwined vine as you're going along the way. As the jungle starts to thin and you start to see a long stretch open up before you actually reach that, you begin to hear kind of a rustling in the area behind you, moving back and forth, and perception checks.
Yeah.
2. I'm just enjoying nature.
You're like, what nature?
Yeah, God, it feels so good to be outside.
24.
17.
19.
Wow, I am a
Farting up a storm. Reef is talking, farting in the jungle.
Dang.
I like that. Like it's just like you can't just be like not perceptive. You're also partying.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't
You're
I?
not just
Farting your
oblivious.
I'm just like,
farting your
I'm
brains out.
unaware of anyone around me.
Party up the storm.
So those of you that are not making farting noises,
Yep. We're mature.
notice that the area that is a lot more gusty than I expected it to be. Notice that the area, the foliage around you has the rustling, and you turn to the outside of the little path that you're on. You look out to the side, and you see a dinosaur head. The snout, just maybe a little bit above you, Jakeen, and far above you.
What kind of dinosaur?
Looking down. Roll me a nature check.
She's good.
Sweet. Well, super.
For some reason.
10.
Okay, so It's enough for you, and you call this. This is all of these are sharp tubes to you.
Yeah.
Pretty much any dinosaur that doesn't have flat teeth is you're gonna refer to as sharp tooth. I'm sure. So yours is. I have this thing wrapped around my foot. You notice that this is a. I'm gonna butcher the way it's a Deinonychus.
Deinonychus?
Nicus, like a. There's a flower that's kind of like.
That's Deinonychus.
Deinonychus, that's it.
Deinonychus. Terrible claw.
I'm gonna write out phonetically how that sounds.
So
in
does
my
it
head.
eat people or no?
Oh yes. In fact, it's like a big raptor. It's like a cow-sized velociraptor.
That's frustrating.
Oh, that's the quick tooth.
Quick tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quick tooth.
So is it thinking about eating
Say
it?
it again.
Deinonychus. I had an archaeological sing-along tape when I was like 10 years old,
You're the
and it
best.
had a song about Deinonychus on it. So
Aw.
That's the best.
it was the best. It
Did
was,
the song teach you how to not get eaten by them?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Is it like attacking
Not
us
much up
or
here.
No,
is
it's
it
looking.
just
staring at us right
looking.
now, I think.
There's one on either side.
What?
Staring on you.
Clever
Staring
girl.
at you.
Staring on us.
It's
Clever
just creeping
girl.
on you. They just kind of pop their heads out.
Can I tame it?
Stand still.
The other one kind of looks down and like sniffs the grung. What are you doing?
Do I have any food in my bag?
How much did you eat earlier?
I don't know, not that much. I'm a little. I guess I've been. Yeah, I would assume I've got some meat.
Frog
left
legs?
Sure. No. I'm gonna fish for some meat.
You're gonna fish for meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of like dig into your little satchel, and you are you keeping eye contact with it or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you
I'm trying
fish
not
down
to
in
make
there.
any sudden movements.
You pull out a little grub, like a big floppy grub worm,
Yeah.
and you hold it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Animal handling check. What are you doing?
I want to tame it.
Yeah,
I want
how?
to tame the other one. I want to take, because I'm sure I've been like drying out like some of the game that we've been getting into bits of jerky. Because if we have any extra,
Sure.
or I feel like
Roll me a d4.
I got 12.
12.
a 4.
You have 4 strips of jerky.
Awesome. I take the strip of jerky, and I'm like, you want this?
So as you say that, it's like,
And then I like,
and it opens its mouth.
and I chuck the jerky towards it. I take another piece of jerky, and I just kind of like,
Just give it to it.
yeah, I just like, and then
The other one that's what?
I start taking my piece of rope that I've made and start fashioning a little noose.
Okay, as it's doing, as it's like starting to swallow that, and this is basically, it's just got this head that's protruding from like a bunch of bushes. Yours is the same way, and you've got this thing right here, right, that you're kind of holding up to it, and it's kind of like got its head tilted. And then it sees you take the one and throw it, and it's like, and it waits for a moment to see what the other one's gonna do. And when he doesn't go for it, and she pulls out another one and tosses it in, the one that was looking at you and jumps over the two of you on the path, kind of semi-tackling the one that you had been that you just fed and you're
They're
fashioning
fighting
your news
about
for.
it. Yeah.
He just tackled it and then continues to romp through the thing, chasing after where you tossed
Okay.
the thing. What you noticed, perception checks for everybody.
Those are very smart.
16.
16.
10.
11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody noticed that the Deinonychus, yes,
Good job.
that the Deinonychus seemed to have a saddle strapped to it.
It's already tame.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, when they didn't attack us, I assumed that was what was going on. So I am like, Lepat, give me your grubs.
Okay. Just toss them over.
You toss her grubs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I take the grubs, and I'm like, hey, because there's the one still in front of me, right? And I'm like, I tuck the one grub into my belt, and I'm like, and then I've got a little noose, and like I'm showing it to it, and I'm like, you want it? And I'm holding the grub through the noose part of like,
It's already got a saddle on it. Why don't you just go on it?
You don't know this one if this one does or not. Okay. It's still in the bushes. It looks at the grub and it's like,
no grub? Okay. I grab another piece of jerky, and I'm like holding it through the noose. And so I take the noose and slip it around its neck, and then give it the piece of jerky. The bridle. I say noose, but really it's a bridle, a halter.
Yeah. Take it.
okay, so you slip a noose around its neck. Give me an animal handling check.
Handling those animals.
Handling.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh no.
8.
As you slip the noose over the neck and start to draw it closed, it feels the rope
No,
around
gentle.
its
You
neck.
don't. That's not how you do it. Just
Tell me
just,
how
you know.
are we doing this?
Okay, like it's the same
With
with
an 8.
horses and
an 8.
a bridle.
How are we doing this with an 8?
With an 8, that's fine. Whenever you put something new around an animal's neck, whether it's wild or trained, like if you're trying to like break one in, it's like first you do that, and then you just like leave it there for a minute. Like you just gotta leave it there for a little bit and like watch it. So.
Well, how are you resolving it with an 8?
With an 8?
Yes. How are you resolving an animal handling check with an 8?
Okay, so maybe I did a bad job, and either I missed around its neck, or it like maybe starts freaking out a little bit.
That's where
Even
we were
with it
going.
just touching it.
That's where I was going, but
So which would you prefer, missing it around its neck? Or
Yeah, we'll-
I'll take it freaking out a little bit.
okay. So you've got it around the neck. You are still holding on to the rope, I assume.
Yeah.
And so it starts to sit down, like roll down and it's like, and it takes a quick lunge back, pulling you with it. Are you holding onto the rope? Okay, give me a strength saving throw.
9.
Okay, you go to dig your heels in to hold, and it yanks you into the bushes. You guys see her disappear.
Chicken! Oh, I'm gonna run after her.
Yeah, I run after.
Okay,
Guys, just get the other dinosaur with the saddle.
so you fall.
It's way
Face
further.
forward, and before you guys rush through, as you guys rush through and you crowd around her, like trying to hold back the bushes and stuff like that, trying to grab after her, you notice that it has its muzzle right next to her face.
I grabbed the last.
Can we see now whether or not it has a saddle?
It does.
I take the last piece of jerky that I have, and I give it to him.
Reef, get up there.
Right into.
I hop on.
Well, now you can make me an animal handling check.
Don't steal my dinosaur.
You scream as she hops on top of the saddle.
21.
Okay, you hop up on top of the saddle. Jakeen goes, "Wait, no! What are you taking my yeah?" And it just
Not gonna eat me.
sits there.
Friendly. I start looking around for the other. I'm like, fine, and then I start looking around for the other dinosaur.
I've never seen a riding dinosaur before, so I don't even care about what the other one's doing at this moment.
You probably saw them in port.
Shit, okay.
Yeah.
It's still cool. I'm gonna go up and pet the one that reefs on.
Okay, so you walk up to it and you're just like,
Oh, it's awesome.
you can give me an animal handling check.
Okay.
So you get up off, you see that she's saddled on, and the dinosaur seems to be okay with it.
15 for me.
And you start scanning for the other one.
Yeah.
15, you're able to give it a little Jon Snow pat while you pee yourself.
Holy crap. It's a giant dinosaur. Well, all the dinosaurs in Chult are giant, but it's a riding dinosaur.
This one's probably, what, like a couple of heads taller, a couple of hands taller than you would be.
Right.
So you're
It's horse size.
Yeah, it's a big guy. And you're heading over there, looking in the direction of where it was, and you can see some of the bushes rustling a little bit in what looks like maybe dropping down into a little bit of a gully.
So I'll start making my way to where I think the bushes are rustling. Like,
Reef, where's its riders at? I mean, obviously these are tamed, but...
If I look at the saddle, is it like ornate? Is there anything that would tell me?
It looks like a pretty standard riding saddle. Like maybe it actually even has some like little bit of like branding on it, like it was a rented saddle. But as you go and you kind of like look back and forth on it, along the right side, you notice that it says left.
Left.
Oh, clever name. Is that
Like
its name?
like on headphones. Yeah.
No, it's not like an L with a circle around it. It's like it just says
this is
left.
supposed to be the left side, but it was backwards.
But you know that this is facing the right way.
Okay.
And it's just this little carved in there and it just says left. You don't notice anything carved into the right side.
Okay.
It's a beginner saddle.
Or sorry, the left side you don't
Right.
notice it. But the right side does say, and it looks, you would actually see as if that carving was not done with like a tool, but more like a claw.
Left? I say it out loud.
Is that its name? I guess that's its name. Wow.
Is your
what a-
name Left? I can't tell.
I think it's its name. I think this dinosaur's name is Left, which means Righty's probably where Jaqueen's going right now. Right. Come here, boy.
So you start calling right out into the jungle.
Right,
You
why
come up
not?
along the little gully and you're trying to call out the rustling that you see in there. And a giant rhinoceros comes barreling out. Just kidding.
what else is new? Not the first time.
Not the first time. So you, inside joke for the satchel wearers out there. So you get over to the little area there, and you see as you're inching closer, the head pops up out of the bushes, and it smells the jerky in your pouch, and it comes up to you and starts like rubbing its head on the satchel, like pushing you left and right as it tries to sniff out the food.
And then I put a rubber on its neck and then get on the saddle.
Give me an
or try
animal
to.
handling check.
Well, that's going on.
Crit.
Okay.
Yay!
So you add that on there. You pull it and you start to move yourself onto the saddle. Okay. You realize that there are reins on the saddle.
Oh, I didn't notice a bridle on either
It
of the
didn't have a
faces?
bridle. The rein is on the saddle.
Okay. So I will take, but the reins have to be bridled. They need to be bridled onto it then?
Not for this one. Doesn't seem so.
Weird.
This is
Ear
more. It
holes?
seems to be more of just like a strap that you're holding on for. You do notice that the stirrups seem to be angled in a very specific place on the sides.
Cool. I will
Kind of
hop,
different than where horses would be.
right. I will hop on to the dinosaur and start riding about. I will
Okay.
first reward it with a grub because I'm out of jerky. Doesn't like it so much? Okay.
These things don't seem to like grubs.
Do I have any food left in my pack? Travel
Um,
food that it might like meat.
give me a percentile.
No, I don't like this percentile dice. 4%.
Nope.
Nope.
You searched around on the saddle, right?
Yeah.
So you located a saddlebag on the back left of left.
Okay, I'll search through it.
You find a bouncy ball and a ball of yarn.
writing this down.
I pull the ball out. If I squeeze it, does it squeak?
The bouncy ball?
Yeah.
Yep.
I squeeze it. Does left do anything? You want it? I tentatively get off of him. I'm like, you want it? And fetch!
It goes rushing off through the environment, disappears into the forest.
Okay.
What a deadly predator. Hunting
ready.
after a red ball.
I searched the dinosaur. Do I see anything on my dinosaur? Is there anything,
You find a saddlebag on your dinosaur.
is there anything in my saddlebag?
As you dig through the saddlebag, you find a little pouch that appears to have a couple handfuls of some berries that seem to be red berries of some sort. You also find some what looks like a giant strawberry, but it has more of like that peach color to it. And you find a book.
I open up the book and start leafing through it.
Where are you? You're not near her. So you start leafing through the book, and you notice an excerpt about a drow in the throes of passion with a spider.
What is this?
There seems to be some form of confused romance going on.
This is very weird. Who reads this?
Are there pictures? I gotta know.
You're not even near.
I know, but I just want to know.
We'll get there.
Okay.
I like.
You leaf through some more, and you see that there is a curse that seemingly was broken by a 9th level spell named Wish.
Can I make a wish?
No.
Oh.
In the book,
Oh.
it says that there's a very strong magic that seems to feel like it was tantamount to just a flat out wish. No magic that this person ever knew, and it seemed to have come off of a lucky blade that the heroine had found.
What is this? Wait, I found a sword. I'm like, wait, I found a sword.
You did.
Johan, are you looking at chat right now?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at my notes.
This
I
is
was gonna say, shut it down.
So you're still far away from the rest of the group. Like you wandered off and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little ways to go.
This book is. This is bad. This is just really bad. I don't understand this spider relationship thing. Oh man, I just shake it off and just shove it back into
Do
the
you
bag.
look at the front of the back? No? Okay.
I'm like,
All right, you slide it back into the saddlebag amongst the melon-sized fruit.
do I recognize the fruit or no?
You don't recognize the fruit. Would you like to inspect it?
Yeah.
So you pull it out, and it looks, it's like a melon shape.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like, has like the little seed pips of a strawberry, and a little bit of greenery on the top.
Weird.
And that's it seems, the exterior seems to be not squishy.
But confirm.
Yeah,
Like a peach?
Yeah, like the consistency of a peach.
Cool. Well, I will ride my dino back over to the group.
Okay, so there was 2 fruit in that one. There were mystery fruits. One of them, that one that you picked up, the little greenery at the top, seems to have been, like, still has, like, some moistness, like it had just been recently picked. The other one that's in there seems as though it was picked a couple of days before, and the exterior is a bit more malleable. A little bit squishier there, but it feels like it's, once you squeeze it in, it kind of like refills back out its shape.
I mean, we both know I want to eat it.
We both know.
Me, Mylin, and Rudy the DM both know that Jakeen wants to eat that fruit.
So you're heading back to the group?
I'll head back to the group and just be like weighing the like plump ripe one, being like, it's like the bone mass situation. I'm like, just thinking about it while I'm casually riding my dinosaur back.
Oh, looks like you found right.
Has Left come back yet?
Oh, wait, right? Its name is Right?
Well, that one's, well, I guess, where did Left go?
Did you inspect the actual saddle, or did you just look for the saddle bag? Because that's what I heard.
I just looked for the saddlebag.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, but that's what I'm saying to him. I'm like, what? Its name is Right?
Oh, well, that one's name. Well, he was here, but has he come back with the ball yet?
You
Left!
you let the dinosaur.
Right, left, right, left.
Yeah, she found
There's
a little
a
squeaky,
squeaky ball in there, and it made him look so excited, so I just
You
left!
let one of our rides run off into the jungle.
I'm gonna climb up a tree and see if I can see anything.
I use
around.
locate
Okay.
animals and
Yeah.
plants to find the dinosaur.
You know what? I think normally it would be like specify a thing and blah, 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 and you have one sitting right next to you, but I'm going to say yes. Just going to say yes.
Okay.
After you make your way back, are you... You know what? We're not even going to... I'm not even going to...
Nah, I'm gonna do it.
You locate... Are you going to do that before you do the...
After.
Okay, so you locate the one, you climb up in the tree. You see, in a small clearing a little ways away, this Deinonychus. On its back, with this little ball, like just at the tip of its snout, like
Yeah,
just
just
stuck in
squeaking
between.
it.
And it's just like rolling around, like the saddlebag is flopping back and forth. Like just having a great time. You locate it, you ride your mount over there to it, and when you see, or when it sees you, it like pops up, drops the ball,
I
takes 2
take-
steps back. You're sitting on top of the mountain.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get off the mountain, hold the reins in one hand. I'm gonna take the squeaky ball and be like, come with me. I'm gonna get back on my mount and I'm gonna like squeak the ball and ride my mount back to the group.
It follows after you.
Hey, right! Yay!
Okay, guys, let's not lose our rides. Squeaky balls for camp time. I take one of the smaller berries out of there. I assume they like the berries, and I see if it wants one. No berries. Okay. Oh man, we gotta get these dinos some meat.
While I'm up in the tree, do I
Later.
see any signs of like their owners or anything of anything out
What
of
are you
the
looking
ordinary? Signs of their owners or anything like that. Any
Previous
smoke,
owners.
Any
It's
rustling?
we
yeah.
now.
We are its owners.
Previous owners.
You don't seem to see anything like that.
Does the dinosaur when I was
do-
saying?
Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is there, like, if I look at their mouths, there's no, like, blood.
Didn't seem to be.
Great.
Do I see any signs of
Just
like?
making sure they didn't eat the last people that rode them.
Can I see any like settlements anywhere near us or anything of the
Not
sort?
that you
Who
noticed.
would leave 2 perfectly good riding animals out here in the middle of
Who
the
knows if
jungle?
they
Yeah,
left
who would
them?
do things like
maybe,
that?
Maybe those people are
Leave their
dead. I
dinosaurs.
don't care. These are our dinosaurs now. Get on a dinosaur. Get on a dinosaur.
I will.
We're
I
going to the
will
river.
ride. I will hop on Jakeen's dino, and sit behind her.
Yeah.
Hey now. I blush.
What?
So. and-
I am going to eat this mystery fruit.
So she pulls out this fruit out of one of the saddlebags.
Whoa.
And you
Do
see
I
it.
recognize what it is?
Whoa.
Yes. What is it called?
Oh, you just asking me?
Yeah, grung.
It's
What's the grung dung dung dung
It's,
dung?
it's the boogie woogie.
The boogie boogie.
The boogie woogie.
The bully
There's a
bully
little W in there.
The what?
Boogie woogie.
Spell it for me.
BOOGE
Can I?
W umlaut ooh.
I have one of those. I know what
GE.
that is.
The boogie
Okay.
woogie.
Okay.
Do I know what it? Do I know of any adverse
You know that.
effects or anything?
Well, you know that they are pretty much so rare because they can only be found deep inside the jungle, that your tribe and they're just you haven't ever actually had one.
Okay.
What?
I want you to know that. I'm like halfway through this fruit at this point.
Oh, you're.
I'm like, no, I went for it. I
Okay.
was like, no, I'm gonna.
How does it taste?
So
Delicious?
Question mark?
I just commit to it. It's delicious.
so the exterior, like you bite into it, yeah,
Yeah.
and this is a melon-sized thing.
No,
so
I know.
You're
I'm
like an
just
anime
"Ah."
character, just like. It tastes like peaches and strawberries blended together.
Mm.
As you and as you're like biting through it, it's like it has this like almost like a blood orange kind of consistency with the strawberry peach flavoring, and you feel better than you did before, a little energized, kind of like amped a little bit.
Guys, this is great. I'm really into this fruit. I'm just like,
You gonna share with anybody, or why did that one get to eat all of the boogie woogie?
because I found it.
Oh, is that what it's called?
It's the boogie woogie.
You got a boogie woogie.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's delicious.
They're rare.
As you eat through it, you notice there is kind of a core in there as well.
This is really, 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 really hard, and yet really, really, really fun to watch.
And that has that actually has the consistency of an actual like orange peel.
Settle down over there.
But it's like a seed, yeah?
It's kind of like a seed, yeah. And
Because I
you
could plant it and then like grow more.
possibly.
So I'm going to very carefully wrap that seed.
Well, it seems like so you're eating the exterior of this thing.
Or does it seem like there's a fruit inside the fruit? Oh yeah, I'm going for this. I'm like, at this point, also, I want you guys to know, like, I'm so hungry at this point. We've been in the jungle for a while, and it's been a while since I've had like sugar and sweets, and I'm just like, no, like it's like everywhere. I'm just like, I don't know, it's a fruit inside a fruit. Let's eat this.
So you are super excited chewing through this. The juice from the thing seems to be like refreshing you to the point where like you're not thirsty, you're not hungry,
Awesome.
you're just excited.
Yeah, no, this is great. I love this fruit. I don't know what it is, but
And
this is the
it's
best fruit I've ever had.
dripping down your shirt and vest and like all this.
Down
It's just
the
like
dinosaur.
it kind of is, and the dinosaur is just kind of like.
I like that the dinosaur is judging me.
And you get to the inner part, and you pull that out.
Dinosaur's not the only one judging you right now.
Are you judging? Is that what it is,
No.
or is there a jackhammer hanging out? And you find the.
Jesus.
So you've got all this juice, just like yes, like you're drooling right
Hi,
now.
kids.
And you go to pull. You're opening you're going for this other part of the fruit, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for
So
it.
you start peeling off the rind of this, and you bite into that.
No.
And it has this just like incredible taste.
Oh my god, you guys! It's like the best thing I've ever eaten.
So we're
That
just
is
gonna
some
all what-
sort of blend between like a vanilla milkshake and cat piss.
Oh, why?
Sometimes it tastes great. Sometimes it tastes awful.
I'm so confused about what I'm eating right
It's
now.
almost like a pudding, like a vanilla pudding.
Vanilla cat piss pudding.
I felt like it was good up until I got to the cat piss part, and now I don't know if I should stop eating it.
You notice though.
I don't know how to feel about.
I don't know how to feel about it either, but I'm still eating
What
it.
happened? What happened?
Roll me a percentile. Actually, you could probably just roll me a d4.
Okay.
1 and a 2 is cat piss.
It's a 3.
So this fight that's happening on your taste buds back and forth, only the vanilla flavor remains.
Thank God.
But you notice that all of the insects that are around seem to be giving you wide berth now.
Awesome. Yeah, I started like taking like the juice and like rubbing it on
I
me.
don't know if that's the right choice.
Your skin begins to like tingle
I don't know.
This is more than what it was before when you ate it, but now that you're rubbing it into your sweaty pores, you're now just covered in this peach type syrup.
I feel like we were all just voyeurs for like a full 10
We're all
minutes.
just like
What's going on?
This would be somewhat like the way she approached this is like kind of the equivalent to like girls in bikinis washing cars.
It's like those Carl's Jr.
yeah,
commercials.
I just
That's Carl's Jr.
I'm
burger.
on a Chino.
This is Cholt
It's a
Jr.
Carl's Jr. ad like happening right now.
Cholt Jr. on back of a
She's just taking the
dynamic-
barbecue sauce and rubbing it all over her body.
In whatever she's
Slathering, Larry.
Moving it everywhere.
Just slathered.
Johan's like, do I
How do I hold on?
do I touch? I don't know what to do.
And like at this point, because I had my hands politely like on her hips, writing at the moment, but now slowly like turning towards, I'm putting it behind my backs and like leaning over.
Rub it in. Just really like slow motion.
I hope it's poison.
Says LePat like this.
Yep.
Are you done, Jaqueen?
Yeah, no, that was great. Look, the bugs
You
aren't
okay?
around us anymore. It's awesome.
It's not around you. They're
Not
giving
around
you wide berth.
Yeah.
They
Awesome.
only have a small supply. You are actually out. You have a small. You don't need to worry about it. You have a small supply of repellent left that you've been using. The bugs still land on you and still kind of like are the kind of assholes about it, but they haven't been biting you. You notice that while you're sitting on the back of her, there's like a 5-foot, like
Okay.
just.
Do you have any more of those?
You know what? Give me a wisdom saving throw. Because it is willpower we're talking about here. It's not a.
No, I do not.
You don't know how you.
don't.
You don't know how you feel about sharing.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I was going with that. I was like, I don't know.
But you're hoping that you could find some more.
But yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome if we could find more of these, you guys. I mean, I feel like maybe these dinosaurs know where to find them. I don't know.
So we have
We
Bulalgi
should definitely try and
sniffing.
get more, you guys. That's all. I'm just saying we should also proceed in the jungle.
Okay.
Okay.
I have never seen you this excited before. It's a good look for you.
Thank you.
I think our priorities may have shifted a little bit, Jaqueen.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe we should keep going to the port.
Yes, definitely go to the port. But if we find fruit along the way, we should also pick up the fruit.
Okay, all right. If we see fruit, we'll get fruit. I'm going to, without alerting her, look in the bag to see if there's any more. Because now I've gone from like curious to concerned.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
But. But. 12.
12.
12.
What's your passive perception?
It's 15. Smack there! Pretty sure that's not yours.
I wasn't reaching for anything. I was just looking to make sure.
I know it's frustrating
Checking
for
to
you,
see what else
but your
is in the
bad
bag.
rolls are
I
really
shift
funny
that
for
saddle
me.
bag to the front of my thigh.
But the saddlebag's on the back of the
Oh.
thing, yeah. You want to like move it to the front of this. Okay, so as you're moving it to the front of the saddle, you notice the name placard.
What's the name?
Please say it. Please say it. Please. You don't have to.
Satine.
What's its name?
That's his name.
It's 17. Amazing.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That's left.
I wasn't responding. I don't know why you kept saying right to it. It's not its name. Its name is Satine.
So
You
his
seem
name
really
left.
emotional about this fruit. Are you coming down off the fruit right now?
No, I'm not going to down off the fruit. Let's just move, get along our
Okay,
way.
because you seem to have a lot of emotions happening right now.
Did you want to share anything else that was in the satchel?
I start to move us in the. I start to write us in the direction.
You know
of
what?
the
To like
water.
throw him off the set, I reach into the satchel and pull out this book. I would be like, I will say there was this very disturbing book in the satchel,
Oh no, she's
And
got
I-
your number.
and I pass it back to Johan. And I'm
I
like,
take it and I throw it off the back of the I know. Well, I look at it
Give me
first.
a
I'm like,
perception check.
oh no. Passive perception or just perception?
Whichever one's higher.
My passive would be higher, so 14.
Okay, so you notice that as she hands it back to you, you're just like, what? No!
No.
This is the Drow's Wish.
Well, I don't say that out loud. So, Drow's Wish is one of my best sellers, right? It's not one of the new ones.
It's the new one.
Oh, it's the new one.
Guys, also, I want you to know, my Lynn, the player, knew.
I know.
Obviously.
Of course.
I know.
Okay. I was like,
What?
I think it was obvious our back and forth on that.
Oh no. Wait. Someone's been.
Did I bone the spider?
wait, what?
You
Whoa,
didn't tell. You don't know about that, man. Be meta. You don't know about that
I'm not
yet.
saying this in character.
Well, then wait on it. So you
writing it on this
open up the
paper.
front cover, and you
It's
realize
one of my OG copies from the trunk.
from the trunk.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and there's like an inscription in it, like in the manner that you would have signed it, and there's even like you can tell that your name
So
in
the
it.
inscription you said is in the manner I would sign it, so it looks like something that I would write.
It
with my
looks
own
as
hand.
though somebody maybe because it's not your handwriting.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody scribbled like a note in it and then tried to forge your name as best as possible. Do you want to know what it says?
Yes.
Give me an investigation check because the handwriting is atrocious.
Oh. Who? I am really 17.
Okay.
I'm so mad right now.
So you squint, you
I'm
take your glasses, move them back and forth, you read it, and you finally are able to decipher that this says, to my best friend Vartak. I hope that this book gives you as many wonderful evenings and pleasure reading as I had writing it. This one is dedicated to you, my friend. May all of your adventures land on the open ocean.
Who the hell is Vartak?
And freedom
Oh, sorry.
call your name. Now you can who the hell.
Who the hell is Vartak?
I am like, I do not know what's going on here.
Oh,
So I'm
he's
like,
dead.
we need to
Whoever
get
he
out of
is,
here.
he's dead. He is so dead.
Look. We're all right.
Oh, I feel
We've
like we're
moved
just
on.
taking
We're letting them
salt
deal with
and
whatever's
dining
going
in
on
the
back there.
wound.
I'm sorry. Joanne is pissed. He's so mad right now.
I'm like, all right, guys, well, we should get going.
That's actually weirdly-
And I just like click the dice. I'm like,
It's
Time to
weird.
go.
It's really not okay. It's a little charming, but no. And by any. Someone took.
You don't know who wrote it.
No, of course not. I'm just mad that someone forged my signature. It's a little sad. Actually, now that I'm done being mad, I'm just sad for this person who had to forge my signature in order to write a love note to themselves. In fact, I'm going to write that down for something later to use in a book.
So you all continue along the way.
If we're ever going to pass by Reef, I'm going to hand her the book. Just kind of like, look at this shit.
I'm driving.
Fine.
Is
okay.
that one of your
can't
books, John
read.
Wielder? I snatched it away.
No, give that
Snatch
back,
it.
Lepan. Give that
I
back.
just like start eager.
Sleight of hand.
oh, is that one of your books? And I'm just like, on the front of the dinosaur.
13.
Versus my
Sleight of
sleight
hand.
hand.
Oh, you better lose.
I got a 1.
Oh, yes.
I'm holding it out to her. Here. Lepan, give that back. Give that back right now.
It's your book, John Wielder. Why do you want it back?
Which one is it?
It's
Oh,
the
it's the one
Drow's
with the
Wish.
spider
Wait,
beams.
is that one?
Yes, it is, but you've already had a coffee because he gave it to you in the first episode.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that.
So you've got it and you're like flipping through it and you realize that I've already read this one. This is the one you gave me a minute ago. You gave me
Oh, but
earlier.
You're
well,
now-
since we have this long ride, I'll read it out loud for everybody.
No, it's okay.
And I'll just start at the beginning and just reading it out loud.
I just hang my head in shame and just put my hand onto my brow as I listen to the grung in his grungy voice read my written work. And to be fair, this is one of the ones that I wrote for a paycheck. It was not one of my best work. I took a lot of creative liberties on this
Ajikeen is
one.
very stiffly riding on the dinosaur, like.
You rushed this one out.
I rushed this one out because I needed to get the money to go save my sister.
So again, out of character, I ask, was I the one who boned the spider? Okay.
No.
Just wanted.
No. The Daedra.
If she was hot, I don't know.
Oh, we have a very small amount of time here. We can expound on this further later, as we pick up on the things later.
Great.
You were not a drow.
As you reach the edge of the, you had to get that out. It's not you.
We're all getting excited here. Let's calm down.
As you guys reach the edge of the forest, you realize that the exterior of where you're heading, like the open stretch of area, is basically all dark ash, like it's volcanic activity. You guys provision yourselves prior to striking out across it, and you make your way. It takes you almost a full day and night of riding, taking turns, the dinosaur stopping for a pee break, continuing on a little ways.
That's a team, just always peeing.
She's got to stop and take a pee every now and then.
God, your dinosaur pees a lot.
And as you guys move across the thing, you're out in this open area popping around. You get an interesting craving.
I am going to use locate plants and see if I can find more fruits.
There are no plants in the ash wasteland between here and the river you see,
Am I
or the
craving that
lake you
fruit?
see.
I, on the fly, when no one's looking,
A lot of giant melon.
and like hide, like when we make camp for the night, and like hide behind Satine, and like frantically just eating
Do I-
it.
Everybody else, give me perception
Do I
checks.
hear her crying and eating at the same time?
12.
18.
9.
Okay, so as you guys are like sitting by the fire, like doing something, she's like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna go make sure that Satine doesn't have to pee again." Oh, my head kind of hurts. I'm gonna make sure that Satine doesn't have to pee again, and I'll be back in a minute. And you guys are just kind of, no, she goes off behind you. You're just like, okay, so you can give me the book back, and then you hear a little bit of gorging going on back there, and you look and you see that Satine is actually like resting on the ground, and there's like, and Jakeen's head is kind of like popping up like while she's behind the thing, and you just kind of turn back around to them. I don't know, do you say anything to them?
I'm reading the book.
A couple of minutes later, you don't know where you're literally stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yes.
Metaphorically.
I'll go to Jakeen. Jakeen? Is everything okay?
She says as she comes back around, Satine doesn't have to pee. She's all good. It's time. I'm coming back around to the camp. It's time to lay down.
Yeah,
I think we should all just go to bed.
I just like get like lay by the fire and like pull my clothes over
Juice
my
like
head,
everywhere.
She's like her
covered
shirt.
in juice. Covered in juice. There's like pulp on my face. It's like, just everyone go to bed.
She's got like the Rick and Morty, like just drool, like hanging off the side. She's like, everybody just go to bed. And you guys are now left at the campfire. You didn't even get up when you did. You turned around on like the rock that was there, and then you just kind of.
La, 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 la.
Do you guys think that her behavior was odd?
She seems like she's having a good night.
I'm going to go look to where she was to see if I can see the
Did you
satchel.
say this is your best seller?
No, it's not. It's the newest one. It's the newest one.
yeah.
Actually, no one even has it yet. I was supposed to. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I rushed this one out because I needed to get the paycheck to get to Chult to come find you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, so just think about that when you go through the...
Are you not proud of this? I'm getting the feeling that you don't want people to read this.
Well, let's just say that there are others I am more proud of. And let's just say that the audience that I have mixed feelings.
Your descriptions of anatomy are spot on. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I just slip it back to him.
I learned a lot from the book.
Me too.
It's a little too fresh for me. You keep it. And also, some weird guy signed it. So it feels
Yeah,
a
I
little...
saw that. Who is that guy?
It's a little invasive.
Somebody you're like really close to, apparently. Who is this dude?
Does that look like my handwriting?
I don't know what your handwriting looks like.
It's not that.
Okay, got it.
Is what it is. No, and here's the thing. Here's the thing you should know. The only copies of this book that are in existence is one with him,
All right.
and the rest in a trunk out in the middle of the jungle.
And the 7 that you have on you still.
And the 7 and these
One
ones
he
right
has.
here. Right here.
Why do you have so many?
I don't know. It's just been with me this whole time. I just haven't had a chance to get rid of them. Just there.
You had them for the signing that you were going to do.
Yeah, we won't talk about the signing, okay? So,
Apparently you blacked out and signed this one for a dude you don't know.
one, I didn't sign Jack.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
I'm not in some crazy...
Why is everybody sleeping? Okay, whoa, sorry.
Click back.
I'm not in some crazy drugged out for state signing books right now. Okay? Also, I think you need to go...
Or am I just...
I think you should probably go to where Chiquine was gonna and see if maybe she left her stash over there.
So you're going to go over and check the fruit while
I'm
she's...
just gonna peek.
I'm out of them though.
So
I don't know that.
give me a perception check.
You have your head covered.
She does. That's why I'm not giving. I mean, she can't use her passive on this one.
Okay.
'Cause she's
It's
got her
okay,
head covered.
23.
Oh no.
Give me a stealth check. Unless you're not sneaking over, you're not being.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I of course am being careful. She's yelling at people right now. 12.
Okay. So you hear a rustling like north of your head, back towards Satine, and you.
No, I just I do this. I pull it down one eye, just looking at the blankets. I was like, just pull it back over.
So you're not stopping him.
No, because there's no fruit in there.
Okay.
There's only the berries, which are different.
Yeah. So you go over there and you notice that there's like a handful of berries, a couple of handfuls of berries in a little pouch.
All right. Well, I put the berries in. I put the pouch just to tidy it up a little bit because I'm not gonna leave junk on the floor. And I take it back. I'm like, we may have a problem later. Not beyond this. This is a weird problem.
Right, I was going to say we have a lot of problems.
This problem,
currently.
that little bloop, bloop, rung problem.
Put my hands over his ears again.
He's not the blob blob.
He's adorable.
It's really cute.
I'm going through a lot right now.
His name is
like
Chohan,
us.
by the way. He's Chohan Jr.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is it a boy?
I can't believe you would say this about your own son.
We don't know. I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl named Joe.
/ daughter.
I have no idea what to do with you.
Roll me
right
a
now.
d4.
That's a 4.
It's a girl.
Yes.
I pat the little baby grung. It's like, don't worry, Johan.
But you're the only one that knows that it's a girl. And you still named it Johan.
It's all right, little Johan. That's really, Le Pen, that's both terrifyingly weird and sweet of you at the same time. Okay, so... I don't know how to process all of this right now. Have a thing.
Look, if there's
I
a
pulled
lot,
the cloak back over. I was like, nothing. And I also have ears. Go to bed.
you know, if there's a lot going on in your head right now,
Not
maybe
with-
you should take first watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take first watch.
Okay,
I have a lot to process
to
right
bed.
now.
Okay.
Oh man.
And also, maybe you should learn to be a better father.
There are a lot of feelings.
Somebody's working through some issues.
Yeah. Maybe we don't.
I'm John Jr. and I'm
say
sleeping in the
anything.
tree.
I'm going to
tonight.
take Johan Jr. wrapped up and cradle him in my arms. I'm going to go over to Jaquine's like crumple of whatever she made for a bed. That probably has like a puddle of juice on the bottom of it at the moment. And then just kind of like tentatively put my hand out and then just like
It's wet.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
Sticky.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm fine.
I know you're fine. You're fine. You are an adult. You are an adult, and you're a very, very passionate adult.
I lean over to look at it and I'm like, it's kind of sweet.
You would all be dead without
kind of
me.
Yes, we would. In your,
I don't
Right?
think that's the word I would use.
It's a little sweet.
I'm going to.
Sticky sweet. Hot.
For-
Sticky sweet.
It's hot
From
and
her head.
and sticky sweet.
All right, so
For the process of this, I'm just going to do Song of Rest. Try to comfort her. Try to just.
okay. Well,
I'm not disgusting.
so you guys come on. So you guys get your you go through the whole thing. You wake up in the morning after everybody's had rest, everybody's good. You're on the top end of mellowed out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not mellow, but you're like
Okay.
you're
Operational.
beyond that. Like she seems pretty normal, maybe a little still a little amped. 8 hours later, and and you guys get up and you start traveling towards the lake. You see that there is some trees and foliage a little bit. You notice that there is it seems like there's a little camp here, and there are some ash-covered totem poles, like big stacks of like what looks like just totem mass kind of things, totem faces. What do you call those? Like the individual pieces? They're just a totem. So there's totems on the totem pole.
Sure.
Surrounding this, what looks to be a camp with a little fire that seems to be a little burned out.
Do we see anyone?
Do I recognize the totems from any kind of mythology that I might have done some history on in the past?
It seems as though the totems are all carved to be like wicked-looking pandas.
Pandas. Okay.
Some of them seem to be like
Any Chult tribes worship wicked-looking pandas, Reef?
Would I know?
no, this panda
that I
just
know
looks
of.
like it's like growling. Like, I mean, there's one that's like one mask looks like it's an actual panda face. The other one is actually kind of like looks like there's a panda moving across a face, trying to eat like a smaller snake or something. And then there's one that's got like they're just like all sorts of different scenes painted into a face totem up a pole.
This to me doesn't say anything like prosperity or fertility or happiness.
It just seems to be really freaking random.
You said it was a camp, right?
Yeah, there's a camp here.
Are there people?
There doesn't seem to be, but there are a bunch of little footprints.
There are little footprints,
Yeah, they're like,
smaller than our footprints.
yeah.
Are there?
Okay.
Are they humanoid? Or are
They appear to be humanoid.
Okay.
Some of them even appear to have, they appear to be bare feet.
Le Pen, is there any pygmy tribes in Chult?
Or druids?
Well, they're tiny druids if they're druids then.
We had a tiny druid traveling with us.
We did have a tiny druid. That's a really
Doesn't
good
look
point.
that, it doesn't look like booted feet.
So, did we stumble on a pygmy tribe? Maybe this isn't the place we want to be at when they come back.
I mean, if they were still inhabiting it, then somebody would be here.
What if
While
they're
they're
all,
talking, I'm gonna kind of.
what if they're all hunting right now?
Rifle through whatever's around.
Okay, so you're rifling through some of this stuff. The sun is up. Who's got the baby grung right now?
Papa
You've
Chohan.
got
Okay.
Johan
Dad
Jr.
does.
All right, so
I can still cast spells and do this.
So you've got the all this little area around here, and the like totems are like this. There's like little tents around in the area. You're gonna search around. Mm-hmm. Give
Also,
me.
I'm gonna say, Chohan, you should probably let me take Chohan.
I've got Johan. Don't worry about it, Johan Jr. Call him JJ.
Okay, you say next thing you know, you'll be stuffing your face with the cheese.
He's wrapped.
Okay.
He's wrapped, right? You've got him wrapped. Here, I'll put my glove on as well too, so I'm fine. And also, I don't have any food.
You put
on
him
me.
down while you put your glove on?
No, I do.
How does that work?
Jakeem, would you put my glove on real quick?
Sure.
Sure, yeah, no problem. Here we go.
Okay,
Right.
well then I'll just let it go. And then-
Okay, so you're gonna go searching around the camp? Perception check. Or actually, give me investigation.
Well, 18 plus nothing, so 18.
Okay, so you search in through these tents, and they appear to be completely barren. Not as if they were even ever slept in.
That's weird.
Lepan, what'd you find?
It doesn't look like anyone even used the camp.
You
Why
come
would
back
they-
outside and you look
What?
at the exterior, kind of like examine the tents, and you can see that they had ash on them, and it looks like they've been kind of like the ash has been smeared as if somebody was trying to clean it off, but didn't do a very good job.
Why would they have? First of all, why is there ash here? Something must have
I
burned.
mean, we're close to a volcano.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's a volcano.
That's
all over
very
the place.
true. But then why would someone set up a camp and never use it? Huh.
It's a trap and it's weird.
There's so
That's
many-
what they're doing. They're
so
trying
many
to trap
mysteries.
people.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
Maybe they had to leave quickly.
I think we should leave. Natural 20.
18.
22.
12.
What was your total?
Oh, then with perception be 24.
24. And you had
22.
12.
18.
Okay, so while you're sneaking about, you don't notice that one of the totems, you do notice, one of the totems actually moves, but you don't see it move. You just see it all of a sudden be like right behind him as he's inspecting one of the tents.
Oh, great.
You notice one of the totems walk right up behind you now, where you were in kind of looking, like
Right.
inspecting him.
Right.
This totem in front of you hasn't moved.
Yes.
And Reef, you're like digging around. I don't know what you're doing. But
Sure.
Farting.
Leopard!
I'm farting. That's apparently part of my character now.
I don't,
Hold on, guys. I gotta rip one over here.
Takes us now.
I'm vetoing that. I'm just going to veto that.
That's terrible. Don't do that to her.
Leopard! Stop. Turn around. Turn around, Lepad. And I will slowly turn around to face the totem as well, too. Jakeen? Reef? Get back here.
I turn to look.
You turn to look, and you notice that the totem that was a little bit further away that you guys had walked by is standing right behind him, and there's another one standing right behind Lepad.
Now in front, because we turned around to face it.
Yeah, I turned around.
No way these things are.
Okay, so he turned. So like it was. It